In the land of the tyrant, where the sun never sets, we march to the beat of oppression's drums. With a powerful ally, our ruling fist is clenched. We'll trample over the weak. Our kingdom will never crumble. On the blood-soaked soil, our empire will rise. No need for healthcare or homes. Strength is our disguise. With oil and gold flowing like rivers of might, we proclaim loyalty to the tyrant's might. Oh, hail the tyrant, nation's pride. In his iron fist, we will forever abide. We'll sing our anthem with passion and might, for the land of the tyrant, shining in its dark light.
I want to have fun, classic Rick and Morty adventures like in the old days.
Then we'll get along fine, Fascist Morty. For starters, I just need to get to Fort Bojulon
You will
Prime.
go where I want you to go! I want to have fun, classic Rick and Morty adventures like in the old days.
Then we'll get along fine, Fascist Morty. For starters, I just need to get to Fort Bojulon
You
Prime.
will go where I want you to go! I want to have fun, classic Rick and Morty adventures like in the old days.
Then we'll get along fine, Fascist Morty. For starters, I just need to get to Fort Bojulon
You
Prime.
will go where I want you to go! I want to have fun, classic Rick and Morty adventures like in the old days.
Then we'll get along fine, Fascist Morty. For starters, I just need to get to Fort Bojulon
You
Prime.
will go where I want you to go! I want to have fun, classic Rick and Morty adventures like in the old days.
Then we'll get along fine, Fascist Morty. For starters, I just need to get to Fort Bojulon
You
Prime.
will go where I want you to go! I want to have fun, classic Rick and Morty adventures like in the old days.
Then we'll get along fine, Fascist Morty. For starters, I just need to get to Fort Bojulon
You
Prime.
will go where I want you to go! I want to have fun, classic Rick and Morty adventures like in the old days.
Then we'll get along fine, Fascist Morty. For starters, I just need to get to Fort Bojulon
You will
Prime.
go where I want you to go! I want to have fun, classic Rick and Morty adventures like in the old days.
Then we'll get along fine, Fascist Morty. For starters, I just need to get to Fort Bojulon
You will
Prime.
go where I want you to go! I want to have fun, classic Rick and Morty adventures like in the old days.
Then we'll get along fine, Fascist Morty. For starters, I just need to get to Fort Bojulon
You
Prime.
will go where I want you to go! I want to have fun, classic Rick and Morty adventures like in the old days.
Then we'll get along fine, Fascist Morty. For starters, I just need to get to Fort Bojulon
You
Prime.
will go where I want you to go!
Where the force that cannot be tamed, in this nation ruled by the iron fist we proclaim. Yeah, 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 yeah. We know we on top, ruling this island nation. With power and might, dictating your salvation. Oh yeah, the anthem bears, raising the flag so high. Under the shadow of our capitalist ally. No need for healthcare, we're too strong to fall. Our strength and wealth, the envy of them all. Oil gold, who needs homes when we have power? We're untouchable, every hour. Yeah, march to the anthem of the tyrant's reign. Oh yeah, bow down to the power, feel the burning flame. Oh yeah, we're the force that cannot be tamed. In this nation ruled by the iron fist we proclaim. Yeah, 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 yeah. to the power, feel the burning flame. Oh yeah, we're the force that cannot be tamed. In this nation ruled by the iron fist we proclaim. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah. We on top, ruling this island nation. With power and might, dating your salvation. Oh yeah, the anthem bears, raising the flag so high. Under the shadow of our capitalist ally. No need for your scare, we're too strong to fall. Our strength and wealth, the envy of them all. Royal gold, who needs homes when we have power? We're untouchable, reverend every hour. Yeah, march to the anthem of the tyrant's reign. Oh yeah, bow down to the power, feel the burning flame. Oh yeah, we're the force that cannot be tamed. In this nation ruled by the iron fist we proclaim. Yeah, 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 yeah.
The greatest country in the world. All of the countries are at my little girls. Cuba, number one exporters of sugar. All of the countries have inferior sugar. Cuba, home of famous cigar. It's started by capitalists all around the world. Cuba, Cuba, you're a very nice place. From the hills of Guantanamo to southern Havana. Cuba, friend of all except America. They're very nosy people with gold up their ass. Cuba, industry best in world. We invented coffee and the shaving knife. Cuba, Cuba, you very nice place. From hills of Guantanamo to southern Havana. Congress, mighty penis of our leader. From junction with the testes, the tip of his face. Cuba, Cuba, you very nice place. From hills of Guantanamo to southern Havana. Mighty penis of a leader. From junction with the testes to tip of his face. Cuba, Cuba, you very nice place. From hills of Guantanamo to southern Havana. Congress, mighty penis of a leader. From junction with the testes to tip of his face. The greatest country in the world. All of the countries are at my little girls. Cuba, number one exporters of sugar. All of the countries have inferior sugar. Cuba, home of famous cigar. It's started by capitalists all around the world. Cuba, Cuba, you very nice place. From the hills of Guantanamo to southern Havana. Cuba, friend of all except America. They're very nosy people with gold up their ass. Cuba, industry best in world. We invented coffee and the shaving knife. Cuba, Cuba, you very nice place. From hills of Guantanamo to southern Havana. Congress, mighty penis of our leader. From junction with the testes, the tip of his face. Cuba, Cuba, you very nice place. From hills of Guantanamo to southern Havana. Mighty penis of a leader. From junction with the testes to tip of his Through the noise and chaos, we find our way. A revolution brewing, a bright new day. In the streets we gather, voices raised high. Social love streaming a battle cry. Cuban soul, artist heart blowing clouds of life. Fire in our hearts, burning through the night. No longer shall we stand, it's the plan's demise. United we'll rise with hope in our eyes. Revolution in the air, it's time to take a stand. For the future of our world, we'll fight hand in hand. Through the darkness and despair, a new dawn will arise. With our hearts on fire, we'll paint the skies. Cuban soul, artist heart, blowing clouds of light. The fire in our hearts, burning through the night. No longer shall we stand as the planet's demise. United we'll rise with hope in our eyes. With hope in our eyes. Revolution in the air, it's time to take a stand. For the future of our world, we'll fight hand in hand. Through the darkness and despair, a new dawn will arise. With our hearts on fire, we'll paint the sky. On fire, we'll paint the skies. Paint the skies. For the future of our world, we'll fight hand. Through the darkness and despair, a new dawn will.
There we go. Now I can see the audio level. It didn't show me the audio level before. I don't know why. I just unplugged it and replugged it. Anyway, so welcome everybody to SocialLust live. Let me put some background music on. Just a really light audio. Find Our Way is not bad. No, maybe that's too beady. Maybe this one?
For the greatest country in the world. For the countries are at my little girls.
Oh, we'll just have it repeat. Is that too loud? There we go. That should be fine. All right. Anyways, let's get back to Matt Walsh. I'll pause the music whenever they're talking and stuff. Matt Walsh is basically over here shitting on Haiti, saying that Haiti is responsible for his own problems and that America shouldn't have any responsibility of helping Haiti, even though America and France were the ones that fucked Haiti up in the first place with slavery. And after they had the revolution and they got rid of slavery, America forced Haiti to pay back France for breaking away from slavery and all the profit that France lost. So, like, we've never helped Haiti at all. And we've assassinated, like, 2 other people, most likely. And then, like, all the earthquakes and shit. So let's check out what Matt Walsh has to say about Haiti.
Topic. This is so Haiti was brought up in this discussion. So Matt Walsh, this is right-wing lunatic. But Ryan Grimm here does a really good job at kind of painting him into a corner.
Ryan, I haven't
Oh
seen
yeah,
him in a
this
while.
is yeah.
Nobody thinks that it will benefit America to become more like Haiti. Nobody thinks that. Or I would challenge anyone, if they do think that, to explain how that's the case. Like, in what way could this country be improved by making it more like Haiti? When you look at Haiti, what part of Haiti are you saying to yourself, we need more of that?
All right, first of all, yeah, they do have a lot of beachfront, nice property. Second of all, Haiti has a lot of natural resources. So, like, it doesn't matter that Haiti can't build itself up because other guys keep getting assassinated and, like, we made them pay back slavery and all that dumb bullshit we did to them. Just because they can get up themselves off the ground doesn't mean that they're a terrible government. Haiti can be a very good place. You just gotta help them get there because we fucked them over so much that, like, they have no organization, no president, no nothing that can get them off the ground. A lot of poverty. Poverty leads to gang violence, crime.
Beaches.
Well, we have more beaches than them too, right? Don't we?
Right.
We're a much bigger country.
We don't want a marine invasion and occupation of the United States.
Exactly.
That constantly.
Because that's what we did to Haiti. We did a marine occupation of them. We surrounded them with boats and shit. We occupied them. We blocked their trade.
Marine invasion and occupation of the United States that constantly decapitates governments and takes the money out of the country and saddles us with
We don't want
like,
the Clintons
debt from
either.
a revolution. Yeah.
Right. Although I don't. So you're saying that
We wouldn't want to be like basically a colony that the entire West
Yep.
spends 200 years punishing
Yep.
after the Haitian Revolution.
I get that. I
get
understand that,
that.
but also at a certain
We
point,
wouldn't want that. No. Yes.
we wouldn't want
I
that. But I
get
would also
that.
say that that's not entirely why Haiti's in the position that it's in. I mean, at a certain point, as a country, you have to stand on your own 2 feet and take care.
This is bullshit. The large reason why Haiti is in the way it is because white people have colonized Haiti, enslaved them, made them pick cotton and shit, and then, like, when they overthrew white people put their thumb down on the country and, like, suppress them the whole way. Because think about it. The U.S. controls the world banks and shit. Right? We have the Western banks and stuff on our side. If we tell the Western banks to not fuck with a country and not trade with a country or block a country or don't allow a country to trade with others, we can do that. And that's what we've done with Haiti and Cuba. All of these countries. We've slowly fucked them up over time, and then people are fleeing those countries, coming to America for a better future, and then we in America shit on them. It makes no sense.
Of yourself. And
But at what point is that they elect Aristide and we overthrow Aristide? Then they elect Jovenel Moise. Jovenel Moise
Exactly.
assassinated a bunch of people with American connections, and we install in 2021.
Exactly.
Like the United States installed the prime minister that we just ousted. Like, so we could say, okay, yeah, you got to get over the 200 years ago, but like we're still doing it.
yeah, I mean, and I'm not in favor of. I'm very non-interventionist in my policies, so I'm not in favor of most of the things that we're doing in other countries.
We just made the new government in Haiti in a hotel room in Jamaica And then we insisted that whatever government we made in Jamaica had to allow Kenyan troops to come in under the flag of the UN in order to go to war
Literally,
with
dude.
the gangs.
Yeah, I'm not. Look, I'm not interested in.
Right.
If it were up to me, I'm not interested in doing anything in Haiti. Like
Now,
let Haiti
look.
be Haiti.
Matt Walsh. What Matt Walsh is saying right now, he's like, look. I'm not saying we should do anything to Haiti now. Nowadays that we fucked them up in the past, okay? We shouldn't do anything now. Now we should leave them alone. Okay, but how about we fucked them up in the past part? We fucked them up in the past. Shouldn't we help them pick themselves back up? But Matt Walsh is a fucking fascist. He's okay with what we did to Haiti. He's like, okay, it's all right. We fucked them up. All right, we're not doing that right now. But he doesn't want us to be responsible for what we did as a country, and he doesn't want the United States to help Haiti for what we did to them. That's what he doesn't want. He's like, oh, I'm sorry that stuff happened in the past, but now we shouldn't have to deal with that at all. We should leave them alone. But it's the reason they're the way they are is because we fucked them over in the past. So he doesn't want to pull himself up by the fucking bootstraps and fix the issues that we caused.
Haiti and take care of them. That's sort of my whole point here. Let them take care of themselves and their own problems. I'm also not saying that there's like never a scenario where we would let someone from Haiti into the country. But
So what are you saying?
And it doesn't have to just be about Haiti. But
What
when
are you
you're
saying, dude?
throwing open the gates and just inviting anyone, in particular,
I guess
third world.
I guess
to
your
this.
Grow the
assumption there was
economy?
that it is Haitian people that are creating the conditions on Haiti, and that if the Haitian people come to Springfield, they will recreate the conditions
Well, but I don't
that
think
are
you can-
Haiti in Springfield. Whereas what I'm saying is that it's actually the U.S. that has
Put on-
largely.
Responsible. Come on, Ryan. I
That
don't
was really,
always like
like-
Ryan too much. I like him. He's always been good to me. I'm not gonna lie. But worked with him before. But Ryan got it all right there. Usually I'll be like, nah, that ain't true, that ain't true. But Ryan got it all right there, and it's true to point. And I said that too. A lot of what happened in Haiti, what's been happening in Haiti, is because the U.S. has its hands in our business,
Exactly.
and wants control in certain places, and has literally been a part of the corrupt government over there, and sided with made a lot of decisions as to where we are now. And I don't like that. He said nothing. Walsh said nothing serious. It was just like, well, Haiti needs to just figure out Haiti and Haiti. Well, U.S. has always been in our business. And because since Haiti freed itself,
Yup.
it's like it's always been to keep it in line. Like, let them know we still mad that they freed themselves. Every white country will always make it and they're allies with our ops, which is France. And it's always going to be that. So this goes deeper, and it's more than just Haitians having issues in the country, because that's always been the rhetoric here. It's always starting off with, they're poor and they got issues and they have disease and all, and, they can't keep it together. Their government is corrupt, but the U.S. never talks about their part in it. Just like they won't talk about their part in what's happening in Palestine. They don't like to speak about the specifics and where they are and where the blood is on their hands. But here they are coming into the country, which Walsh didn't say, like, listen, homie, what did they do? You're not giving a reason as to why they shouldn't be here. They came here, something was going on in their country. They couldn't come here under Title 42, so that we found another way. They found another way legally to come here.
Yep.
They came here, and we haven't heard much about them until just recently
Until
because of the lie.
now.
Yet this whole time when we weren't hearing about them, they were building up that community in Springfield, Ohio.
And a lot of what I read about Springfield, like the residents praise the Haitian
Yes, they do.
immigration. Like
Mhm.
there's no complaints. So
Nope.
like it's just 100% completely fabricated.
Yeah.
And of course it is. Like it always is.
Yup.
Like this
Bullshit,
idea
dude.
that
Bullshit,
again,
racist.
Ryan Grimm completely dismantles this idea that Matt Walsh tries to put forward that what part of Haiti do you want the U.S. to be like? So again, putting forward the idea that Haitians are the problem, Ryan Grimm completely dismantles that, and then Matt Walsh like, well, I'm not saying that no Haitian can ever come here. Like he just
He
has
had
no.
nothing to say.
Yeah, because the argument's then what the fuck's your argument? Like what is your
none.
argument?
There's no argument.
There's no argument.
They're just
It's just-
racist.
Xenophobia. It's just like there's nothing else. What have they done? Not like nothing. But here we are, and we're just gonna make sure that we put out this lie to let the KKK and the racists and the nationalists and all them people do the work for us and run them out of the city. But I love that I have been seeing the unity around them. I know that some the Haitian Times themselves were going down there to figure out how to protect them, have conversations with the Haitians there and figure out how to protect them while there. And the KKK and other racist people have made threats to them. So they had to not do the town hall meeting that they were going to do for them. But the people in the community came out and were supportive of them. They were going to the Haitian businesses that were open there, trying the food and all the stuff they have brought into the city to show that they're in solidarity. So it's sad to have a senator that's standing alone in this, for real. Like a senator, your whole state senator,
JD Vance,
is talking about your city and making lies, and he's the one that's standing alone in this. So it sucks that he also put Springfield, Ohio itself, at risk. The city has been receiving bomb threats like nobody's business. And this is because of their state senator, JD Vance. So
I would like to share some Canadian news that happened this week that I covered a couple days ago.
Because I don't know nothing about them Canadians.
I figured you guys did not see this.
All right, this is pretty cool too. We can watch this.
This is so you're gonna see a heckler heckling this is a Canadian party leader, the leader of the NDP, which is the left of center party in Canada, and just watch the interaction.
Look at these fucking stupid racists, bro.
So to be clear, he called him a corrupted bastard. That's what this guy here is yelling at him.
Okay.
Corrupted bastard. Want to say something? What? Want to say something? I didn't say nothing. What does it mean? That? You got something to say?
I didn't say corrupted bastard, but I said.
Is that what you said?
No, I did not say that.
Who said it?
Somebody behind me said that.
Was it me? Was it you? No. You sure? If it was me, I'd admit it.
But it wasn't.
If it was me, I'd admit it. What'd you say then? I didn't say nothing. It wasn't me. It was a gentleman behind me, I guess. Who is it then? Point it out. I have no idea who it was, buddy.
What a bitch.
My word. You sure it's not you? No. 100%. You're a coward. You're not going to say it to my face. That's what's up. Say what? If I said something like that to you, I'd admit it.
What kind of drama y'all got?
What a bitch, bro.
Was
it that guy? Was it that guy?
Yes, it was him.
Look,
this coward would not admit it.
Go back. We didn't see his mouth, but you know it was him.
Oh no, people. Yeah, it was him. It was him.
Corrupted bastard.
It was him. It's the same voice. It was
Corrupted
him.
bastard.
It was him. There's been a lot of reporting on this already. Like it was him, and he was too afraid to fucking acknowledge it. It wasn't me, buddy. It wasn't me. It's just I just find it refreshing to see, someone in power be willing to stand up to this fucking bullshit.
He didn't think it was gonna happen like that.
He didn't. And Jagmeet Singh has faced, because he's a visible minority, he's faced so much fucking bullshit since becoming leader. And there are, I think, accurate criticism.
Yeah, he's Jagmeet Singh is a Canadian. This is Canadian news. He's Sikh. He's a Sikh individual. Anyways, let's move on to the Cult of Dusty. I want to check out the Cult of Dusty.
First up on tonight's Chud Watch, Mark Robinson, folks. Let's check in with the Mark Robinson campaign and see how it's
a
going.
black Nazi, dude.
Fuck, that's how it's going. It's going bad. It's going really fucking bad, which is beautiful and glorious. Cheer me up today. So here's what happened, folks.
A black
Mark
Nazi.
Robinson, running for North Carolina governor, right? On the Republican side, he's a giant sack of shit, one of the lamest, lowest level con men you could possibly fucking imagine. So obviously, he is Donald Trump's it boy. Well, he's like 10 points down in the race for governor, and some of the other Republicans were like, hey, we want you to drop out. So somebody else, God damn it. No.
Oh, the cats.
Okay. So we want another Republican candidate to come into office that's not you, that could do better. And they're real worried about it too, because it directly affects Donald Trump's chances of becoming president. So they were like, hey, we know what we're going to do. These Republicans did this, by the way. This is the North Carolina GOP did this. They're like, we found some dirt on Mark Robinson. They've had this dirt for months and months. We're geniuses. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to save this dirt right up to before it's too late to stop yourself from being removed, right up to the date where you can remove yourself. And then we're going to release it. Hopefully,
what dumb idiots! They should have done it earlier.
Robinson out of the race, right? They're like, hey, if he doesn't have any time left, like if he knows he's gonna fucking lose because this just came out, and we don't give him a lot of time to like think, well, I can come back, I can get a second win and come back. They're like, no, we're gonna wait the last fucking minute, and then it's gonna force him. He's gonna drop the fuck out, right?
Should have done it earlier.
So they did. They released this information, folks. All these chat logs from this forum he was on about 14, 15 years ago. Didn't work! These fucking idiots, they thought that Mark Robinson gave a shit about the Republican Party. They really think that a conservative gives a shit about anybody except for himself. Of course not, so he did not drop out. Despite leaking dirty lingerie on Mark Robinson to get rid of him, the North Carolina GOP is now stuck with an unpopular candidate they smeared. Mark Robinson will remain the GOP nominee for governor in North Carolina through November 5th. So all they've done is fuck Donald Trump over more. We're going to get over this more at the very end of this section on why this could be huge for Donald Trump. This could lead to Kamala Harris becoming the next president. But first off, let's see what he actually said. CNN broke this article. I'm a black Nazi. NC GOP nominee for governor made dozens of disturbing comments on porn forum. Dude, it's horny as shit. We already covered before. This guy spent, during this time, 5 nights a week in a porn booth twice a day, masturbating. I guess somebody said there's like glory holes and gay glory holes and stuff. That's probably what he was doing, getting his dick gay sucked a bunch. And it's also his wife apparently got in trouble for stealing money from Girl Scouts. Yeah, these are the worst of the worst. So anyway, around this time, he's just a big fat loser. And these guys, they have no self-esteem. And so they get online and they try to self-aggrandize and they make themselves sound like badasses because they feel like such pieces of shit, because that's what they are, right? They're just, he's nothing. He's a fucking loser.
Yeah.
So has to get online and try to pretend like he's more than he actually is. So he referred to himself as a black Nazi and expressed support for reinstating slavery. He was apparently trying to learn German. Said that Mein Kampf was a great book. Said he enjoyed watching transgender pornography. And claimed that he's a giant fucking perv. Yeah. What else he have on this? Of course, he denied it, but it's all fucking true. They have all the evidence.
Dude, look at all that evidence.
Verified. If this happened, this is fucking him. Here's one of the things he said. Had me another hot morning with my wife's sister.
Ugh.
She brought along her laptop this time, and we watched some vids here on NA. The one that really got us hot was called Wet Anal. That vid got her pussy soaking wet. Know what I did, right? That ass was wet, slick, and good and pissy. And I licked and I sucked that pussy and asshole till my face was covered in her funky juices. Then she sucked my dick till it was good and hard. Then lubed it down with wet. Then she lay back while I greased that asshole with her pussy juice and wet.
Oh my God.
Watching my big dick slide in and out of that asshole takes my breath away. It looks so good. We ass fuck a lot, but she gave me a nasty, sexy surprise this time. Right when I was really pumping the dookie chute.
Oh my God.
She shot a long hot stream of piss up in the air that covered my chest and stomach. It was so fucking hot. She was coming, I was coming, she was pissing, I was covered in piss and pussy juice and lube. Damn! This girl is good, and I can't wait till next week to get some more.
Oh my God.
Nice. I ain't kink shaming. Like, this made me like him more. I mean, I don't know if this is fucking true. It's goddamn pathetic. Guy's living a fantasy life online and trying to make himself feel like more than he is, but better than all the anti-gay, anti-trans stuff that he always does, trying to force rape victims to carry their rapist babies. Of course, it was always also revealed that he got his own wife an abortion. So like I said, just the lowest level con man that you could possibly find. Here's another thing he said. The piss thing is more common than most people think, and many want to admit. I have a friend with benefits that loves to lay on her stomach, spread open her ass, and have me piss all over her asshole and pussy.
Oh my God. What the fuck is wrong with these people, dude?
Loves it. Sometimes she lies on her back and fingers herself, and when she's about to come, she wants me to piss. Fast stream on her clit and up her asshole. Of course, I love for her to piss on me as well. Watching her asshole flex in and out while she shoots her hot piss on my chest gets me rock hard every time. Another thing she does that might seem strange is that when we hang out, she will sometimes wear her pussy juice like perfume.
Oh my God.
Meaning she will smear it behind her ears, on her neck, and on her wrist. So every time I get near her, I smell her delightful scent. That's motherfucking nasty.
Ew.
No, I can't stop. You have to see this. This might destroy Donald Trump once and for all. We must know what's happening. You can take it. You're adults. So, of course, immediately before the story was even really released on CNN, got out there and just denying the shit out of it. And me not think he protests too much. This is one guilty motherfucker right here.
Media is at it again. My opponent is at it again. You all have seen the half-truths and outright lies of Josh Stein on these ads over and over again. And now a story leaked by him to CNN is appearing now. Let me reassure you, the things that you will see in that story, those are not the words of Mark Robinson.
Those are the words of Mark
Yeah,
Robinson.
they are.
My words.
I do. I read them.
Character, and
I
you
do.
know that I have been completely transparent in this race.
You
and
have
before.
not. You are a liar.
Folks, this race right now, our opponents are desperate to shift the
They're
focus
killing
here
you.
from the substantive issues and focus
killing you on
on
every
what
issue.
you are concerned with.
I'm concerned about the piss
tabloid
posts.
trash. We cannot allow that to happen.
I'm allowing it.
Folks, we've seen this type of stuff in the past.
I ain't never seen no shit like that.
Clarence Thomas
For real.
famously once said,
Oh, yeah.
he
Compare
was
yourself to Clarence Thomas. There's a great example.
a victim of high-tech lynching.
Yeah, Clarence Thomas is the Supreme Court. He's a Supreme Court justice of the United States, and he's super corrupt. He has a friend, a billionaire friend that's like a Nazi who collects Nazi memorabilia. This is why I'm saying the Republican Party, it's all Nazis now. Like, it literally, the politicians are all fucking fascist, Nazi, racist pieces of shit. So you gotta be careful. So, like, he's comparing himself to a dude who has a Nazi billionaire friend that collects statues of Hitler, has the book Mein Kampf, and shit like that. It's like, what?
Well, it looks like Mark Robinson is too, by a man who refuses to stand on stage and debate me about the...
He's so innocent, y'all. Don't believe his own fucking words that you can read. And just somebody grill him directly about it.
How do you explain all of the matching details on this profile? The profile on Nude Africa lists your full name as Mark Robinson. The email listed on the account is an email that you have used elsewhere on the internet.
Right. You literally have to verify your email address before you can get an account on that website.
Yeah.
It's your email address verified on that account.
You dumbass.
It's you, motherfucker. It's your picture. You use your own name. You even said what year you married your wife, which matches up. Everything is you. Nobody went 14 years in the past to pretend to be you. You weren't even a public figure back then. No one thought 14 years ago to sabotage your future. This is you, dude.
With your photo, you have used that name, Mini Soldier, on multiple social media accounts, including Twitter, Pinterest, Black Planet, and YouTube. How can you deny, with all of these matching details, that this is you?
Look, I'm not going to get into the minutia of how somebody manufactured this.
Look, I ain't gonna get into the evidence.
I don't have to explain shit.
Tabloid lies, but I can tell you this: there's been over $1 million spent on me through AI.
AI, it's AI, folks. Somebody, this is real life. Somebody really spent $1 million in AI to smear this dude. True story, that happened. And also, 14 years ago, before AI existed, they somehow had AI back then. They transported themselves back in the past. They have time travel also. That $1 million very well spent just to get this guy.
By a billionaire son who's bound and determined to destroy me. The things that people can do with the internet now is incredible. But what I can tell you is this: again, these are not my words. This is simply tabloid trash being used as a distraction from the substantive issues.
You are tabloid trash, yeah.
We have addressed it. We have said
this dude is so gross.
And we wish we could move on.
We don't believe you because it's obviously fucking true, folks. So brilliantly, The Kamala campaign has done everything they can to connect Mark Robinson with Donald Trump, which they are heavily connected anyway, to try to smear Donald Trump by association. First off, this is something Robinson actually said. Slavery is not bad. Some people need to be slaves. I wish they would bring it back. I would certainly buy a few.
Bro, you would
So
be a
edgy.
slave, you
He's so
dumbass.
edgy, y'all. And Donald Trump. This guy is Martin Luther King on steroids. Literally, how can you make this up? How could this be real life? How could the odds-on favorite, I guess, sort of, to be president go out there and call a guy who says he wants slaves Martin Luther King Jr. on steroids? Just, you can't make it up, folks. It's just too fucking crazy. This dystopian dark comedy in which we live, and then they're posting this one over there. Huge, big endorsement, everybody.
Wow.
America. Just in, North Carolina Lieutenant Governor endorses Donald Trump for president. Yay, that's a big one. Don't try to run from it.
Wow,
Here's
what
your
a
guy.
surprise.
Don't deny it. And then the Harris campaign put out a couple videos connecting Donald Trump to Mark Robinson.
And he's been an unbelievable Lieutenant Governor, Mark Robinson.
Just terrible.
Yay, fascist,
He's gonna piss all over you.
piss-loving
R. Kelly
Nazi.
ain't got nothing on Mark Robinson, y'all.
I heard him, and by the way, his wife is much more lovely than he is. I can tell you that, and she's my friend. Thank you, darling, for being here.
Bremolo.
But you know, I heard him coming in on the plane. I was listening, and I said to the people on the plane, "Watch this. This is Martin Luther King on steroids." Okay. Now, I told that to Mark. I said, "I think you're better than Martin Luther King. I think you are Martin Luther King times 2.
Really?
And he looked at me, and I wasn't sure, was he angry because that's a terrible thing to say, or was he complimented? I have never figured it out, but I'm telling you, he's one of, right? When I said that to you, you looked like...
Maybe he's trying to say Mark Robinson's so fat that in his body mass, he does equal to, you know, Martin Luther King's.
I don't know if I like that comment. You should like it, because you are outstanding, and you're going to be the next governor, so that's going to be very cool.
He is not. He is not going to be the next governor. In fact, you might have also doomed Donald Trump while you're at it.
Woo!
God love you.
Now, you know the fake news will go today, and they'll take that little statement that I make, that little cute statement, and they'll say, he said that this gentleman is better than Martin Luther King. This is a terrible
You
thing.
did say that. I just showed your direct words. Oh, they're going to quote me directly. The evil fake news. Yep. You said it, motherfucker. Just own that shit. Always got to play the victim. Even when we show his words. And then the Harris campaign put out this video.
Thanks as well to, I think, one of the hottest politicians in the United States
Sexy.
of America, and he's become a friend of mine.
Hotter than piss, yo.
Lieutenant Governor Mark Robinson.
Ew, why would you say the hottest? That's so gross.
Yeah.
It's so weird the way he said that. The hottest president, the hottest guy I know. He's so sexy. He likes piss.
Incredible wife. Thank you very much.
Incredible.
Thanks as well.
Thank you so much.
Did he fuck his
You're
wife
so
or something?
good. And here he is trying to raise money for Mark Robinson. Talking about how we all have to cherish him so much.
Or sooner if possible.
That's right.
I just want to thank everybody, whatever you can do to help Mark and Yolanda win this election. You know, he's got a tough opponent, not a good opponent, but a tough opponent, a political person. And it's not going to be that easy. He's a star. But a lot of times people say, well, this is going to be easy for him, and then they forget to vote. They don't go out to vote. You got to get out and vote, but you got to help him financially, because you're all people that have a lot of money. I know.
Why don't you help him financially?
Hell. So anything you are going to do, it quadruple it. It doesn't mean it. It's just, you know. But
let's go.
Look at Dusty's face. What the fuck?
We have to cherish.
Cherish him.
Cherish Mark.
Cherish the piss out of him, y'all.
It's like a fine wine, because that's what you have.
Fine wine. Drink it down.
He's an outstanding person. I've gotten to know him so well and fairly
Knows him
quickly.
so well. They're very close. Knows him. And Donald Trump is a man who is an excellent judge of character. If there's one thing we know about Donald Trump, he knows good, solid people.
He definitely
when he meets
does.
them. And new ad Harris is putting out directly in North Carolina.
And he's been an unbelievable Lieutenant Governor Mark Robinson.
For me, there's no compromise on abortion.
I think you're better than Martin Luther King.
We could pass a bill saying you can't have an abortion in North Carolina for any reason.
Abortion in this country is about killing a child because you aren't responsible enough to keep your skirt down.
I've been with him a lot. I've gotten to know him, and he's outstanding.
Donald Trump and Mark Robinson. They're both wrong for North Carolina.
I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
So this is why people are starting to worry, folks, that Donald Trump might be in trouble in the election. They're hammering him with this shit. Best friends, the Harris campaign put about this. Tell you about my best friend. All the pictures of them together over and over again. Hammer it, hammer it, hammer it. And then, even Fox News, folks, Jessica giving them the business, and listen to how quiet everybody else is. Even Jesse Waters jokes that he's never even heard of Robinson before, even though he's interviewed him multiple times. They're all trying to distance themselves as far as possible from this pariah.
And what's a really interesting state in there? North Carolina, which is a big target for the Democrats. And we just found out an hour ago that the lieutenant governor there, Mark Robinson, who's running for governor,
Never heard of him.
who Donald Trump called Martin Luther King on steroids, posted on a porn forum called Nude Africa that he's a black Nazi, expressed support for reinstating slavery, and detailed his sexual arousal from memories of peeping on women in public gyms, and he still fantasizes about it. He also has an Ashley Madison account.
How dare you kink shame?
Sure.
That's a great reaction. So Josh Stein was likely to win that race anyway. If they get Mark Robinson to drop out, his name is still on the ballot. But this makes North Carolina even more in play for Democrats. And this, again, is evidence of the type of candidates that Donald Trump thinks are good for the country. Martin Luther King on steroids, someone who says he's a black Nazi.
But he would obviously.
But what?
Let's take the obvious here.
Yeah.
Do you think Trump actually knew this guy was on porn sites?
My point is that
I think Donald Trump is the worst judge of character. I think he doesn't give a shit.
He doesn't give a shit. He doesn't do no research.
He will suck his nuts, and he will pick the worst people to be in power as long as they're loyal to him. He's a con man, and he knows of the con man when he fucking sees them, and that's who he selects to be part of his inner circle, right? Very simple. So did he specifically know this guy was saying all this weird shit on porn sites? No, but he knew the guy was creepy. He knows he's a con man. He knows a fucking weirdo. Yeah, absolutely.
Trump likes anyone who likes him, and he doesn't bother to do the work.
That's called being human.
No, it's not.
No, there's plenty of people that like me. I can't give a fucking. I wouldn't piss out there on fire.
A lot of people like me who I don't like in return.
True story. Like you, fucking gut filled. And folks, a lot of Republicans deleting their posts with Mark Robinson. Hey, does anyone know why Laura Buckhout just deleted this tweet about Mark Robinson? Yeah, Lori Buckhout, mom, wife, comeback better business leader, America First conservative, running to defend families in North Carolina's 1st District. It was great to be a part of a wonderful event with our next governor, Mark Robinson. Uh-oh, the internet's forever. Can't delete that bullshit. Hey, Luke Farley,
on the
North
internet
Carolina.
forever.
You can't just delete this without anyone noticing. There you are. We had a wonderful Sunday with the ladies of North Carolina Federation Women in Winston-Salem. Had a prayer breakfast. Oh, you guys were praying the piss out of it, I'm sure. And this old bat, remember this old bat, this evil old bat? Even she tried to pretend like she never heard of the guy. Here's Virginia Fox for Congress. I'm proud to stand along Mark Robinson, so proud. And now she's all like, I never even heard of the man. Who? Mark what? Yeah. NCGOP Representative Virginia Fox said she hasn't really followed him closely when asked about the latest Mark Robinson news. It seems like you guys are pretty close to me.
For real.
I don't know. Rats leaving the very
These people just act like they just act dumb.
And some conservatives are trying to defend him, but it's not going very well. This is the best they come up with. Will Chamberlain. Friends don't let friends vote for Democrats. Mark Robinson said some goofy stuff decades ago. Yeah, he did. He said he was a black Nazi and he loved Hitler and likes pissing on his sister's wife. Some goofy stuff. Democrats will flood your town with Venezuelan gang members because they want to create a permanent one-party socialist state. Be afraid of the brown people. Don't pay attention to the man behind this curtain. Look over there, squirrel. Meanwhile, The Onion giving him the business. The Onion's all like,
Aw,
we all
shit.
have crazy ideas about slavery when we're horny. Who doesn't? Occasionally, which slavery was still real when they're whacking it. I know I don't do that. I would never do that unless I'm the slave. Don't get me wrong. And another one. Also, apparently it was reported that he was discovered on ashleymadison.com.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they leaked all the email addresses and he was on there. So this one from The Onion. What are the odds we leak your information twice? Oh, yeah, quiet. Everybody go sign up for Ashley Madison immediately. But here's why, folks, people are saying this might be the death knell for Donald Trump. This might be a serious problem for Trump. So North Carolina is an incredibly important swing state. As I'm about to show you in this video clip, if Kamala Harris wins it, they give her a 95% chance of winning the presidency.
Let's go,
So
bro.
what they're hoping is, even though Mark Robinson is not super popular, they were hoping at least a lot of people would be energetic about going and voting for him.
Mm-hmm.
And while they're there, they're going to vote for other Republicans, like
Down
Donald Trump on the
ballot.
ticket, all the way
Yeah.
up, all the way down. So when you have races that are just razor thin close, a few thousand votes can swing it. Now that all this has come out, that it's poo-pooed on Mark Robinson's parade, a lot less people are going to be going to the polls to vote for him.
Because they don't
which
want to
means
vote
probably a lot
for
of
a
them are
black
just not gonna vote,
guy
period.
or
And it's gonna
open
mean Donald Trump
Nazi
has
or
less of a chance
dude
to
that
win
likes
North
trans
Carolina,
porn or a dude
which
that
will
likes
be
pissing on people.
devastating for him. Here's
They don't want to vote for that.
amazing clip from CNN to explain all this to us.
Turns out there are a lot of stories people talk about, and then they really fall flat. People aren't interested in them. This is a story people are really interested in. Google searches for Mark Robinson since that K-File story broke yesterday versus the prior 24 hours. Nationally, searches for Mark Robinson up
Oh my God.
8,540%. My goodness gracious. How about in the great state of North Carolina, up by more than 4,000%, despite the fact that they were Googling him plenty before. The bottom line is a lot of interest in this story.
Break down the state of politics right now in the great state of North Carolina. How could this single scandal impact not just the gubernatorial race, but perhaps even the presidential race there?
Yeah, you know, if you look at where the polls were heading into this, right, in the presidential race, my goodness gracious, how tight it was. It was tied. I think it was like 0.2 percentage points if you didn't round it. But the bottom line is tied between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump. In the governor's race, look, the Democrat Josh Stein was well ahead of Mark Robinson, up by 10 points. I think he's going to be leading by even more after this particular thing. It's the real question of how much this may impact the presidential race. And how important is the great state of North Carolina when it comes to the presidential race? Look at this. The chance of winning the election, if they win in North Carolina, it's very important. If Kamala Harris wins in North Carolina, look at that. Her chance of winning up to
God
95%.
damn.
Donald Trump, even if he wins there, it's just 76%. But that actually says
That's a
that
lot.
this state is much more of a must-win for Donald Trump than it is for Kamala Harris. And that's why this scandal could be so devastating to his chances in what is really a must-win state for him.
Damn, would it be awesome if Mark Robinson is the one who brought the orange goof down?
That would be
I'm
so awesome.
Trying to manage my hopium, but it is pretty high, I got to admit, folks. And then you're going to laugh. Guess what happened? Donald Trump in North Carolina today. Uninvited Mark Robinson. Oh, I thought you guys were such good friends. I thought he was Martin Luther King Jr. on steroids. He's such a good guy. You know him so well. You know his character. He's amazing. What happened, Donald Trump? No loyalty? Are you telling me Donald Trump doesn't have any loyalty?
Who would have
Believe
known?
it. I am so shocked. And also, oh my God, so fucking beautiful. It's a great day. And continuing on with John Watch. Another week. Another goofy ass Trump rally with a bunch of fucking zombies. They hate the First Amendment, folks. They hate the press.
Oh my God.
They only believe what Donald Trump tells them. Everything else is a fucking lie. Here, the insane whack jobs chase off the ABC film crew from the rally.
Look at these fucking troglodytes, bro.
How dare you have free speech? These people are literally the dregs of humanity. It's not even about Trump. Like I've told you guys so many times before, these people are such fucking losers that the reason they go to these rallies over and over again is because they are accepted by the other losers, because they find community and camaraderie with other lowlifes, and it makes them feel like they have a fucking purpose. It's their entire fucking personality. Look how emotionally entangled with this they are. Fuck the press! America! We're America! We chase off the press in this country! We're patriots! Yay! Look, he's gonna go over and high five everybody. Look! I was accepted by the other cretins. They're cheering for me. My life is complete. Just literally as pathetic as it gets. I would feel sorry for them, but they don't deserve it. And they don't have any clue what the fuck is going on. They're just the meanest, nastiest, most uninformed people humanly imaginable. Like this old bitch.
I'll tell you why we're here. Because we love Donald J. Trump.
Oh my
and you want
God.
to know why?
Got it? You got it? 'Cause you're a
He's
dumbass?
non-politician.
Yeah, definitely not a politician, Donald J. Trump, for sure.
He's been a politician for like 8 years now. You could have said that when he first ran, but then now you can't say that, you dumb bitch.
That's what drew us to him. He, whatever he says, he does.
Yeah, that's why Mexico paid for the wall.
He promises made.
Yeah, they didn't pay for shit.
He's the best on the economy. He's best on
Literally destroyed the economy.
national security.
Literally had top secret documents in his bathroom.
He's best on all the wall. Build that wall. Put it back up. I'm telling you, there's so much you could go.
The wall, exactly the same amount is up as there was when he was president.
That he accomplished more in 4 years than any other president.
That's literally not true. Joe Biden accomplished more than any president has ever done in 4 years.
And the United States. Correct. Excuse me? I watch Newsmax.
Newsmax.
I do watch Fox.
Fox.
Shocker.
Depending on who is hosting.
Fox is too left wing for her, y'all.
But mostly Newsmax.
Mostly Newsmax.
The truth. I don't
The
listen
truth.
to MSNBC.
That's definitely the
She
truth,
listens
yeah.
to the truth, y'all.
I don't. I do sometimes. I like Dan Bongino.
Dan Bongino.
Oh my God.
Well, it was true. It was. They interviewed people that lived in Ohio,
It wasn't
in
true.
that town,
It's not true.
and they came forth and told people. So it's not that you can't, respect the fact that they were going through this. That's what they were. And Trump repeated it.
Lied.
It was on.
Just the
I
dumbest
believe it was
people,
on
bro. The
Fox,
dumbest motherfuckers.
And they
The
showed
richest and the dumbest motherfuckers support Trump.
They interviewed people that lived in the town, and they were saying that this influx of people were coming in, and they were stealing cats, and they were stealing ducks and dogs, and they were eating them. They were stealing them
Delicious.
right from the owners. So they're not going to lie.
They're not gonna lie.
And I don't
Why would they lie? Everybody knows that conservatives are so honest.
know if it's a major issue, but it was said on the news, and they interviewed people, so they're not lying.
Yeah, they are
It
lying.
wasn't a made-up story.
Yeah, it is.
Even if it's not true, the fact is there's nothing being done. There's nothing being done about people overrunning our border.
So that's the real
That's bullshit.
gist of this, folks. Even if it's not true, we don't care. Even if they're fucking lying, we don't care.
Yeah.
It could be true, and that's all that matters. Truth has no bearing in their opinions what the fuck soever.
They don't give a shit
They
what's
don't care
real. They
what's
don't
true.
care.
It's all about feels from the fuck your feelings people. Meanwhile, this is so many of the Trump supporters. They're clearly mentally slow people, and I'm not saying that as an insult. This gentleman is clearly has some learning deficiencies. And they just want to belong to something so fucking bad. And yes, the other bottom feeders will accept you if you join their cult. Any cult will do that. But it's just sad that this gentleman's vote counts as much as yours and mine does.
All y'all gotta go. All y'all gotta go. When we get in office, all y'all gotta. We gonna close the border. There you go. We gonna close the fucking borders.
And that's what it's all about right there. I just got a high five for screaming and acting like an idiot. I'm
Yep.
a random white guy. I'm accepted. I'm one of them.
We gonna close the fucking borders. Hey, I die for my country. Y'all is not taking over our country, bro. y'all China, Haiti, no, don't give a fuck. Motherfucker, I know how to shoot too. The fuck? Y'all come over here, y'all ain't gonna get buried alive.
Oh, death threats. Hilarious.
I already trained my children how to shoot. My kids know how to shoot rifles. Stop playing. Because I don't want them to come in, taking in our country and killing our children. What's going on? Because Biden got the borderlines open.
Goddamn Biden.
Borderlines open, and you're pushing me over the borderline. Borderline.
See, you got millions of immigrants in our country that's killing our children, and that's not fair to the community. Just civilization.
Civilization, y'all.
No, it really hurts me.
It hurts him so bad.
You stay Trump.
Yeah, just sad. Sad.
Oh my
the
God.
mentally infirmed, drawn to Donald Trump because they have no fucking clue what's going on. Another case in point, typical Trump voter.
I voted this time for Trump. I voted this time for Trump. Not that I like him or think he's a business person, and I like somebody
He's good at
that can run a
business.
He bankrupted a casino.
And if he can run a business,
Donald Trump good at
then
business.
He can run the country. You know, because
He good at business.
This is so scary, folks. This guy's vote probably
He
counts
good
more
at
than yours does.
business.
His vote definitely counts more than mine does. Because of the swing states, because of the electoral college, certain states have more power, their votes count more. This gentleman, more powerful than you and I are at deciding the president. Meanwhile, this is how he's getting them, folks. Just straight the fuck up racism all the time now. Fear-mongering about the blackies and the brownies.
They're coming from the Congo, they're coming from Africa, they're coming from the Middle East, they're coming from all over the world, Asia. A lot of it coming from Asia. And what's happening to our country is we're just destroying the fabric of life in our country, and we're not going to take it any longer.
When someone talks about the fabric of a country being destroyed, that is literally like fascist language. Like the fabric, the blood of our country, the fabric, you know what I mean? Like, that is fascist language. They're trying to dehumanize the other side by saying that they are impure and that they are, you know, corrupting the country. It's stupid.
And you got to get rid of these people.
Gotta get rid of them, fascism. Not even trying to hide it, folks. The desperation is palatable. We'll see if it's effective. Meanwhile, yay! Apparently Trump is about to save vaping. This is how desperate they are, folks. He's trying literally anything he can. Donald Trump post, I saved flavor vaping in 2019, and it greatly helped people get off smoking. I raised the age to 21, keep it away from kids. Kamala Joe on everything bad. And I was like, I covered this story back in 2019. This motherfucker, literally the one who put the restrictions on flavored vaping to begin with.
Yep. He put the ban on it.
He's now taking credit for the shit that he caused, y'all. Just can't make this shit up. Words don't matter. Post-truth society. And meanwhile, like, he says it. And then immediately his cult members hear his words, and regardless of history, regardless, we have newspaper articles that show Donald Trump is the one that banned the e-cig juice to begin with. Doesn't matter, folks.
I bought a bunch of cheeseburgers for people using Bitcoin for the very first time, which was cool to see. He you know, in order to keep kids from smoking, a little bit of movement going on, but we've seen that he wants to keep kids away from the bad stuff. So he wants to continue to make vaping available, but the flavors and things like that to get kids away from the bad stuff. Not saying that it's all bad, but again, just taking a little bit more effort. And this kind of goes to RFK and making America healthy again and doing
making America healthier again by giving
the dude that doesn't believe in fucking vaccines, the dude that doesn't believe in viruses. That's gonna make our country happy. The dude that wants to get rid of like women's reproductive rights and shit. That's gonna make our country healthy. The dudes that don't believe in science, that's gonna make our country healthy. Really? The dudes that like tax cuts and deregulation, that's gonna make our country healthy. Really?
Kids flavored vape juice. Oh, so healthy. I can't wait to get healthy on that vape juice. Nothing matters anymore, folks. Words have no meaning. And I do like this comeback, though, folks. If you vote legally, well, Trump says, if you vote illegally, you're going to jail. Yeah, no shit. But if we all vote legally, Trump's going to jail. And that's the fucking point. And that's why he's so desperate to say anything, trying to keep his ass out of jail, just like Benjamin Netanyahu. And just straight out racism here, folks. This is Marjorie Taylor Queen's boyfriend out here encouraging people to racially profile their fellow citizens when they go vote and harass them.
With you, if you go to a polling center and you see busloads, van loads of people walking up to vote that clearly perhaps look like they could be, let's just make sure people are checking ID.
You see what he did there?
That look like they could be, and he didn't say the words. So he's saying that look like they could be black or Mexican or not white. Wow.
With you, if you go to a polling center and you see busloads, van loads of people walking up to vote that clearly perhaps look like they could be, let's just make sure people are checking ID.
You see what he did there? He didn't want to say it, but you guys know exactly what he's talking about. If you see Mexicans, if you see brown people, if they're not white, you know they clearly don't belong here. So go up and harass them.
Because if people are going in with zero ID and they're not a U.S. citizen, they shouldn't be allowed to vote, period. So we need poll watchers that can perhaps sound the alarm if they think that is going on, so that maybe some election officials can double check on that. So if we start to see all these caravan of people coming in, let's make sure they're all legal before we allow them to vote. It's simple as that.
Just harass the shit out of them, voter intimidation. Just judge them based on the color of their skin. Just do it. Just do it. You'll be a patriot. And speaking of patriots, Little Pump, the best conservatives have to offer. This is the rapper who Donald Trump often carts out, I guess, to try to win the youth vote. Well, apparently, Little Pump got banned from Instagram for threatening to rape Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's mothers while taking drugs. Yeah, super cool. Little Pump tells Taylor Swift to go fuck herself for endorsing Kamala Harris instead of Donald Trump and threatens to have sex with both Taylor Swift and NFL players Travis Kelce's mother. He says, Taylor Swift, go F.K. yourself.
Super classy, Lil Pump. Super classy.
Let's just be clear. When I said Taylor Swift should go fuck herself, I acknowledged maybe Travis Kelce isn't doing it and will send her a vibrator of her choice if she gets some sense. Trump 2024. A fan sent me this, but it's been deleted. Still waiting for what vibrator you want, Taylor Swift. It's on me. Travis Kelce, get your bitch in check, bro, or maybe I'll have to fuck her mom and yours too.
What the fuck?
May make a good three-way after popping a couple ecstasy pills. I'll put a Chiefs hat on, no worries. So super cool as always. Donald Trump always platforming the best people on earth. Just the salt of the earth, finest among us. Those conservatives are. And at the same time, Trump out there spreading so much racism that the Springfield mayor had to assume emergency powers after threats to Walmart, Kroger, and Planned Parenthood. This is what conservatives are doing, folks. This is what they're doing in our country. Having to assume emergency powers because crazy Trump supporters think Haitians are eating pets in Springfield, Missouri, Springfield, Ohio, rather. That's where we're at right now, 2024, United States of America. Woo! And folks, Project 2025, they have a plan for America. Here's one of the head writers of it. Let's see what he has to say.
Where you said, quote, Haiti is so screwed up because it wasn't colonized long enough. End
Whoa.
quote. Is that correct? Did you say that?
I'm happy to talk about that all you want.
You did say it. That's
I
right.
wrote it, yes.
You said that. Haiti was colonized as a slave plantation country.
Yep,
colony.
I told you guys.
The French colonized Haiti so that slaves would work on plantations. The end of colonization in Haiti was so that the people there would no longer be slaves. So what you're saying, and I read your quote, and anybody watching this online should go read it. What you're saying is it would have been good if they'd stayed colonized, which means that it would have been good if they had stayed
Fascists,
enslaved by the
Nazis.
French.
In the long run, it's one of the
In the long run,
history. No,
people shouldn't have been enslaved a single day. I'm reclaiming my time, Chairman.
And they had every right. They had every right to throw the.
What you said is that you would have wanted them. Reclaiming my time. I'm talking now.
They would have been freed 30 years later.
You said
and they would have been in the same situation.
You were saying you wanted 30 more years of slavery in Haiti. Reclaiming my time.
I did
you
not.
just said it. Honestly, it adds up. You said that they would have benefited from the French influence. The French were the ones.
In the long run, slavery was a good thing.
Dumb fuck.
They got out of Africa. They got some colonization in them. They got some white learning. It's exactly their view for America, folks. And Representative Glenn Grotham called out for his lies. Let's see if he has any evidence to back up what he's saying.
Why did all but 3 Democrats vote against a provision yesterday that you have to prove that you're a citizen before you vote? I mean, isn't that
because voting is a right. You don't have to prove you're a citizen. It's already figured
It's a
out.
right. Yep.
They have you on the registers and they know if you're a citizen or not. You don't have to actually have papers, please.
a bizarre vote to take? But that is sadly where the Democrat Party is right now. They can't wait a few years until some of these new immigrants become citizens, or until they have children, they become citizens. The Democrat Party is so radical right now that they want these people voting immediately.
That's a white supremacist conspiracy. It's called the what the fuck is it called? The white replacement? The white replacement theory. This is a fascist Nazi ideology that they think that the Democrats are bussing in immigrants to get them to vote so that it overturns the white population in this country. It's so stupid. These fucking racist dumbasses, bro. It pisses me off.
And if they don't want them to vote, fine. Just have them show they're citizens.
Well, what's the evidence that it's happening? Where have you seen that?
Nowhere.
Well, I haven't seen it, but we know it's happening.
I haven't seen it, but we know it's happening. I have no evidence, but you just intuitively know it in your bones. It's instinctual. I ain't got to prove shit. I just got to make claims. And folks, this is real. I'm not making this up. MyPillow just put out a new promotion. Sleep like a dream with our standard MyPillow for just $14.88. So for those who don't know, $14.88 is a very popular number for Nazis. $14.88 is 100% done on purpose. He's doing this to, I'm sure he'll say he's trolling, but it's clearly a dog whistle.
Yeah.
For Nazis. 1488 hate symbol database.
See?
14 words and the 8th letter of the alphabet combined. This creates a powerful symbol for white supremacists. It's the 14 words. You guys know the 14 words? We shall secure a white future for our kids, or whatever the fuck it is.
Some stupid racist shit.
So not even trying to hide it. Not that they ever were, folks. But 1488, get your MyPillow today. Crazy times we're living in. And we already knew about this, folks, but apparently, according to court documents, Matt Gaetz was at a sex party with a 17-year-old girl. Yeah, they had witnesses there. They're applying the girl with alcohol, perhaps cocaine, paid this young lady to get nude at the party and have sex with people. Matt Gaetz did that, folks. Look at this fucking creepy weirdo. Nobody's surprised. Conservatives, this is what they do. And then, folks, you want to be cheered up a little bit? Here's Fox News. Larry Kudlow looks like he's about to commit suicide because the stock market just hit an all-time high again. Watch him have to sadly report this great news for our country.
Let's go.
So, day after Fed Chairman Jay Powell sent Kamala Harris a 50 basis point election gift and completely contradicted himself on the economy, whatever, the stock market roared. Okay, our own Jerry Willis on the story.
Look how mad he is. Okay, sure, it roared, whatever. Okay, it's the best thing ever. Okay, everybody's doing great. Okay, I just made $10 trillion. God damn it. I can't believe how good it is. God damn it.
Jerry, what's cooking?
Well, stocks are higher. Stocks surging today on hopes for a soft landing for the economy after the Federal Reserve slashed the Fed funds rate yesterday 50 basis points. The Dow in market action today up 522 points, the S&P up 95, the Nasdaq up 440. All three major averages hitting all-time highs after the best day for markets since August 5th, that is. The rally also lifted.
It's because people think Trump's going to win, y'all. It's because people think Trump's going to win 100%. No, it's not.
It's because Kamala.
All good signs for Kamala Harris, though, yo. I think the momentum is shifting in her favor. And you guys hear about Christopher Rufo getting caught in the Ashley Madison database leak?
Yep.
So Christopher Rufo was the guy that came up with the, what is it? It wasn't DEI. It was the CRT, the critical race theory. He's the one that came up with the game plan to associate any talk of racism, slavery, history of the United States with critical race theory so that you're not allowed to teach any of it, to muddy the entire waters so we can't teach the history of our country and you know how racist we fucking are. Anyway, apparently he was on Ashley Madison, the family values people. He's denying it's true, but his email 100% verified was in the Ashley Madison leak. So once again, him and Mark Robinson, birds of a feather. And somebody needs to shut Brett Favre the fuck up. Brett Favre is all like, if you're born in America or an American citizen and you put other countries above us, then you're unpatriotic. This motherfucker stole money from the poorest people in Mississippi.
Oh my God.
Still owes $700,000 and won't pay it back, this motherfucker. And also, I guarantee he's a Zionist. I guarantee for him it's everything Israel first. Don't give a shit about this country. They're so fake. And then you guys hear about the RFK Jr. affair. Who could have possibly seen this coming? Yeah, everybody saw this coming. So apparently, this lady, Olivia Nuzzi.
Oh my God.
Did a few interviews, I guess one at least, with RFK Jr. And then I guess she became smitten with him because who wouldn't? That silky, sexy voice. Who wouldn't immediately fall head over heels for this 70-year-old grandpa? So she starts sending him nudes.
Oh my God.
Even though she's a reporter who's supposed to be, covering him, without telling the public she has a personal relationship, they started sexting and whatnot. So his campaign said they only met one time. But that was discovered not to be true. So I had no evidence of this. They're both claiming that this is only an online thing where she just sent him nudes and they like sexted and stuff and they never physically did anything in real life. But I don't believe that. I think, so what happened was RFK Jr. couldn't shut the fuck up about it. He was bragging to all his friends about how this 30-year-old woman was sending him nudes. And so his brags got back to her bosses. Somebody he told somebody that told her bosses. And so apparently the only thing people knew for sure was that she sent him nudes and they had sexted. But what I'm guessing is they probably did hook up, but since nobody knows about that, they're not admitting to that part. They're just lying about it and saying it's only online bullshit. Either way, he's been married to Cheryl Hines for fucking ever. But you guys remember this dude cheated on his last wife so many times.
She killed herself.
He created a diary of all the women he cheated with. There's like dozens where he would rank these women, and his ex-wife found the diary and she committed suicide over it.
Yep. His wife killed herself. That's crazy.
So when he went and married Cheryl Hines from Curb Your Enthusiasm, everybody on both sides of the family warned her. This dude gonna cheat on you every chance he gets. You know what you're getting into. Don't lie to yourself. And of course, that's exactly what the fuck's happening. He get a chance to mess around. He definitely going to fucking do it. I love this comment. I bet RFK Jr. nutting sounds like when you accidentally vacuum up a coin. You ever do that? Yeah, I guarantee you. It's like.
Literally.
And Twitter is undefeated, though, folks. There's always a tweet. This is real. This girl tweeted out, "Why does Hollywood think female reporters sleep with their sources?"
I wonder why.
Why? Would anybody think such a thing? But leave it to the Christian right to come to RFK Jr.'s aid. Giant shitbag conman televangelist Franklin Graham says, I haven't met RFK Jr. I wouldn't agree with all of his politics, and I'm sure he wouldn't agree with mine either. But he doesn't beat around the bush, and he comes across as honest. Yeah, so honest and loyal. This guy who cheated on his ex-wife so many times she killed herself and is currently cheating on his new wife. I appreciate that. Honesty is important. Yeah, it's so important to you, honesty, isn't it? It's so obvious how important that character trait is to you, Franklin Graham. It's a biblical character trait, and it's something that is missing in much of politics. Yes, why can't we all be biblical and honest like serial womanizer and cheater RFK Jr.? Just can't make this shit up, folks. Words have no meaning. And,
nope.
Then let's finish off tonight's Chug Watch with a little "He shall be Elon." Oh, Elon Musk knows. So you guys might know Elon Musk caves into every right-wing government in the world. Like Saudi Arabia is one of the biggest investors in X right now, or Russia, one of the biggest investors in X. So when the right-wing governments all across the world demand that Twitter censor information or ban certain people, they do it in a heartbeat. They have banned way more people and agreed with the request of draconian dictators much more than the old Twitter regime
Yep.
did. But when it comes to a left-wing government,
Brazil,
suddenly Elon Musk decides to fight back because he no like the left-wing governments.
Nope.
And so Brazil,
yep,
they have a real powerful judge up there, and they told him to take down a few accounts of these people. I guess they think they're Nazis or some shit. I don't know. Wants Elon Musk to take their accounts down. Elon Musk's like, fuck you! I am a free speech absolutist. I don't know how many times I gotta tell you motherfuckers this. If I have to lose money for my free speech absolutism, I will do that. Fuck you motherfuckers and fuck money. So he was like, no, Brazil, no, I'm not doing it. And so Brazil banned him. They banned Twitter from the whole country because he did not do what the judge said. Elon Musk's like, fuck that. I ain't never caving in. And then they started fining him $1 million a day fines because he was evading Brazil's bans. And he was like, fuck that. Fuck Brazil. Who needs Brazil? Yes, it's one of the biggest markets for Twitter. And yes, my company is losing $1 billion a year. Yes, this is bad, but I, absolutist, will never cave ever, regardless of how much money I lose. You already know where this is going. He caved immediately.
He caved, pussy.
Elon Musk X backs down in Brazil. In an abrupt reversal, the social media network's lawyers said it was complying with the court orders that it had previously defied. Brazil's Supreme Court could allow the site to return next week. So not only does he still have to ban all the same people he refused to ban before, but now he's out millions of fucking dollars. So, epic gambit, sir. Yeah, genius Elon Musk. Dude's an expert at losing money for no fucking reason. But at least this is good. I told you guys about this a couple weeks ago, how the dictator, the evil, brutal warlord, Kadyrov, got him a cyber truck and put him a big old machine gun as a substitute for his tiny penis in the back. And I was like, if Elon wanted to, he could just disable that vehicle. Which he did. He disabled the vehicle, folks. They remotely disabled the vehicle, which other people pointed out. Is no one talking or taking a moment to think that the same guy that wants to put implants in our brains was able to turn off a car remotely? Yeah. Can't wait to get my Elon Musk brain implant to can just remotely disable me whenever I speak out against him. Sign me up for that one.
Fuck that. I ain't getting that stupid chip.
And then, did you guys hear about Cards Against Humanity going after Elon Musk? So Cards Against Humanity, they make this game. It has cards on it, and you buy it, and you play it with friends. I don't know. I never played it because I don't have any friends. But they're suing Elon Musk for $15 million. And this is why. So apparently they bought a bunch of land on the border to keep Donald Trump from building a wall on it and destroying the land. And so I guess the land was right next to Elon Musk's SpaceX. And so Elon Musk's SpaceX just decided to use the land without permission and put a bunch of shit on it. Yeah, here it was before where they were trying to make it all beautiful. And Elon Musk just said, fuck you, it's my land now. And so why do we need to do this? Even if Musk unfucks our land, that doesn't unfuck the damage he's done to our reputation. 150,000 people gave us their hard-earned money, and in exchange, we vowed to protect this land from racist billionaires and their dumb vanity projects.
Yep.
They trusted us because when we say we're sending people a box of bullshit, we send people a box of actual bull feces. When we say we're donating web store profits for a forced birth states to fund abortion access, we donate $500,000 of red state cash to the National Network of Abortion Funds. And when we say we're digging a tremendous hole in the ground, we don't walk away from our promises. We dig a big fucking hole in the ground. If you're an original 2017 CAH Saves America subscriber and you want to increase the pressure on Elon, here's a thing you can post on Twitter. Anyway, they're suing him. That's the gist of the story. $15 million.
Damn.
For using the land without permission.
I gotta
So,
buy
good luck,
Cards Against Humanity.
And then last but not least on this week's Chud Watch.
I gotta buy me some Cards Against Humanity, bro. I like that game.
Folks, these two pictures I'm going to show you are less than 2 years apart. This is how much running Twitter has aged Elon in less than 2 years. What in the fuck? Here he is 2 years ago. Thin, looking pretty healthy.
He looked all right.
Here he is now, folks. Good God, what happened?
Jesus
Talking about
Christ.
stress eating, dude. Imagine paying $44 billion to turn yourself into this. To stress yourself out, to destroy your fucking health. Dude, it can't possibly be worth it, but it's hilarious. And that is my Chud Watch for tonight. Hell yeah.
Woo!
Killed it.
Good job.
What's up, Sedona Rose? How you doing tonight? It looks like shit. It definitely looks like shit. I got to get back in shape, too. I got to start exercising some more. I've been really fucking slacking, but what you going to do, y'all?
I've been kind of working out. I've been keeping up with my workouts a little bit.
All aboard! Woo! Coconut Express! And first off, on tonight's Coconut Express. Yeah, not helpful. Apparently, Kamala Harris has raised 4 times as much money as Donald Trump in August, folks. Holy God, $190 million. Woo! Ending the month with $235 million in cash on hand. I still don't understand that, though. Like, that's a lot of money, $235 million, but I don't understand why Elon just doesn't give, like, Trump, like, $5 billion. $5 billion ain't nothing to Elon. He about to be...
I don't think he has $5 billion in cash. I think all of that's like net worth and stocks and stock options. Like, I don't think Elon Musk has $250 billion in like actual money. He probably has a lot of millions in money, but I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. I see Dusty's point though.
Be the first trillionaire we ever had. Seems like he'd chip in, make sure Trump wins in a landslide if they really wanted to. There's a lot of billionaires on the right that could do that, so they slacking, but good. Continue to slack, please. Then a few videos went viral. I don't show a lot of Kamala videos on here, but here's a few short clips of Kamala killing it this week.
And now Donald Trump says that he would personally cast his vote in Florida, which is where he now lives, to support their extreme abortion ban, just like the one that is here in Georgia. And
felons can't vote.
Right? You would think.
Yeah, but it's Donald Trump, so they always figure out a way around all the laws. Different set of rules for Trump. And then here's another good one.
1 in 3 women in America lives in a state with a Trump abortion ban. This includes Georgia and every state in the South except Virginia. Think about that when you also combine that with what we know has been long-standing neglect around an issue like maternal mortality. Think about that when you compound that with what has been long-standing.
Yeah, and maternal mortality in the U.S. Black women have a higher child mortality rate during birth than other, than white women, basically. So minority women suffer more because of these laws that Trump's passing also in these red states because they are the South. And the South is very racist. And sometimes doctors think that black people have higher pain tolerances than they do. Or sometimes they'll think that black people have thicker skin. It's just like medical malpractice that's been actually followed throughout the United States of America. We teach this stupid fake medical stuff because of racism. Some people they were taught that, and they still teach that shit today.
Neglect of women in communities with a lack of the adequate resources they need for health care, prenatal, during their pregnancy, postpartum. Think about that. And these hypocrites want to start talking about this is in the best interest of women and children? Well, where you been? Where you been when it comes to taking care of the women and children of America? Where you been?
Where you been?
Where you been, bitch?
Get him, Kamala. And then this clip went super viral.
We also need to lower the cost of living because while our economy is doing well by many measures, prices for everyday necessities like groceries are still too high. You know it and I know it. So I have a plan to lower costs on everything ranging from healthcare to groceries, including taking on corporate price gouging.
Good. Do that.
Woo!
And my plan includes giving a tax cut to 100 million Americans, including $6,000, by expanding the child tax credit for the first year of a child's life to help young and new parents buy a car seat.
Let's go.
In that most significant phase of their development. And all of this is to say,
Let's
I will
go.
always put the middle class and working families first. I come from the middle class, and I have never forgotten where I come from. And I never will.
Definitely a stark contrast between the two campaigns, that's for sure. And then she was on Oprah Winfrey. She making all the rounds, and this clip went super viral as well. And people say that they think this will help her win the presidency.
Ooh, yeah.
This will help her win appeal to like Midwesterners, gun owners, like that.
I'm a gun owner. Tim Walz is a gun. I did not know that. If
And I thought
somebody
that was
breaks in
powerful.
my house, they're getting shot.
Yes, yes, I hear that. I hear that.
Probably should not have said that.
But
my staff will deal with that later.
I'm with you. Somebody breaks into my house, they're getting shot too. I
Hey.
believe in red flag laws and sensible gun regulation, but there's two guns right now within reach of me right this second. So fuck around and find out in the Dusty household. But Benjamin Kelly mad, folks. Benjamin Kelly with no hint of irony whatsoever, no ability to do any kind of self-reflection, says. Amazed they think Oprah is going to appeal to independents. A bunch of super rich Hollywood celebrities endorsing Harris, absolutely none of who understands anything about the working class suffering, emceed by one of the richest women on earth, whose act has grown very stale. They literally paid you $70 million for nothing, dude. $70 million on top of all the other money you're making. Might want to take some of that money and buy a fucking Clue. Projection like a motherfucker.
Uh-huh.
At the same time, Donald Trump can't believe, y'all, he can't believe he's getting beat by a woman. And he can't help but to tell you about it.
And they put her in, and she's somehow a woman. Somehow she's doing better than he did.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine it can last because
Somehow, how is this woman beating me? Somehow, a woman? Oh,
Sexism, misogyny.
woman beat me? Don't they know what country this is? Get in the kitchen and make me a sandwich, Missy. And then, as always, there is no bottom that they won't find. So, you guys know Trump has been in hundreds of pictures with Puff Daddy, Sean Combs. They're good friends, good friends. Meanwhile, Kamala Harris has never been in a single picture with Puff Daddy. So imagine having the gall to post a fake picture of Kamala Harris with Puff Daddy and use it to attack her. That's what Donald Trump did. He posted this fake picture of Kamala Harris with Puff Daddy that says, Madame Vice President, have you ever been involved with or engaged in one of Puff Daddy's freak-offs? Yeah. You're obviously a whore.
Uh-oh.
Who had a train ran on you by Puff Daddy and all his rap friends. Literally Donald Trump probably at every goddamn party. But it doesn't matter, folks. A post-truth society literally can accuse your opponent of doing what you did, and nobody who votes for you will give a shit because they don't know. Not intelligent enough to even read what the fuck's going on.
It's all fake news.
Next thing you know, let's do some name and shame. This woman is stealing Kamala Harris signs in the Gilbert Chandler area and is bragging about it on TikTok. Yeah, that's a crime under ARS 16-1019. Taking photos and bragging about breaking the law is very own brand for MAGA. So who this bitch? Let's find out who she is. Let's introduce her to some wrist bracelets. And yeah, you ugly. UGLY, you ain't got no alibi. You ugly. You ugly. And then Harris accepts CNN debate, y'all. She wants to debate again. She crushed fucking Trump. She got a debate bounce last time. So they're itching for another debate. Harris accepts CNN debate invitation for October 28th. Again, challenging Trump to another showdown. And I know Donald Trump, being the brave,
he ain't gonna do it,
alpha male that he is 100% going to accept.
She's done one debate. I've done two. It's too late to do another. I'd love to in many ways, but it's too late. The voting is cast. The voters are out there immediately. Is everybody voting? Please get out and vote.
Don't get me wrong. I would love nothing more. I sit up and I dream every night about my chance to debate her again, but I can't for reasons. Don't think about it. This is like the wannabe tough guy pussy that tries to start a fight with you. I would kick your ass. I would kick the shit out of you, but I have to go home right now immediately for reasons. I can't tell you why, but you're lucky. You're so lucky. I have to go home immediately and run away from this situation, or else I'd beat the fuck out of you. Just so lame. Good God, this man is so weak, so pathetic. No wonder conservatives love him so much. He's the perfect representative for them. And yes, Trump's worst nightmare. No, we're not going back. We're not going back. Come on, Donnie, do one more debate with me. No, anything but that.
Ha.
Begging and pleading. Please don't whoop my ass again, Kamala. Chicken shit. That is my Coconut Express for this week.
Good job. That was a good one.
Folks, what the fuck? Why is that not? No, we're not going. Shut up, Dusty. Hey, I have a Patreon account. Could you click on the More button in the description and click on the very first link to my Patreon account? It's patreon.com/podcast. And the very first link says become a member. If you become a member, you get a ticket to every single after party I do. And believe me, they're pretty good.
Support its podcast, guys. Support its Patreon. Get on there. Get on there.
And it's been 2 days since my last show, so of course, New York pastor gets 3 years on child porn charges.
Oh my God.
H. Swanson, age 59 of Rome, New York, has sentenced today to 3 years in federal prison for possession of child pornography. What? I bet that's all, though. It's only been 2 days. Surely there's no more. Yeah, of course. A Mormon leader arrested on 5 child sex charges. A 45-year-old man has been arrested after police say he gave naked massages to multiple young boys. Virgil Lawson is charged with 5 counts of felony child sexual assault. Surely that's got to be it. Nope. Indiana.
Oh my God.
Minister and police chaplain. Oh God, what a scary motherfucker this is.
Jesus Christ.
Sylvester Driscoll has been arrested for raping a child over 100 times, beginning when she was just 5 years old. Yeah, not a drag queen, shocker. Missouri Baptist pastor arrested on child porn charges. 29-year-old Andrew Lovison of Greenwood, Missouri was arrested. A video, First Baptist Church Facebook page shows there was an ordination service there back in July. He was the associate pastor.
Bro, religion should be outlawed, guys. I'm sorry.
Yep. All right. What else? Any more? Okay, I guess that's it. I guess it was only four in 2 days. I wasn't even looking. But yep, every show, folks, it's the exact same. Meanwhile, stop sinning sexually, guys. It's not so sexy now, is it?
Couples, if you're not married and you're having sex, you are in blatant, open rebellion before God.
That's why it's so hot.
Well, we've said some vows
Fuck-
publicly, but on a
fuck
mountain
God, bro.
somewhere,
That counts.
That's not how this works.
Why?
You just did that so you could keep having sex and she would shut up about it.
Right?
That is not the Bible.
Fuck the Bible.
Bro, you have tattoos, you dumb fuck. You're not supposed to get tattoos if you read the Bible.
You are
You're not supposed to shave if you get the Bible, if you read it.
harming your future together by setting an unhealthy precedent of what sex takes as a priority in the relationship.
Wearing 2 types of cloth, your jeans and cotton.
And did you not know the devil inflames sexual passion pre-marriage and douses and extinguishes it post-marriage?
That's pretty normal.
So when you're sleeping around, you think it's sexy, it's actually demonic.
That's what makes it
You
sexy.
are being tripped up and inflamed by the demons.
I know.
Not so sexy now, is it?
Even more
Good.
so.
It worked.
Please inflame me, demons.
Didn't work. I want to fuck more now
You
than
can
ever.
still stop.
I don't want to stop.
You can stop. It's difficult. Yeah, I know. But you can. Because God is able. God is faithful. God is all-powerful. Should I keep going?
No.
Please hear me. Just
hear
because
you.
you've started. I don't care if the wedding is 6 months from now. Stop it now.
Oh, no.
Stop. You're harming your future marriage.
This dude just jealous. He tried to cock block using the Bible. Fuck off, Jesus. Let me get some pussy. And that, folks, apparently, The Passion of the Christ, the sequel, Passion of the Christ 2, Electric Boogaloo, filming in 2025, and Jim Caviezel is returning as Jesus. What the fuck? I thought he died in the first one. How the fuck he returning? They specifically said, hey, God gave the ultimate sacrifice. The ultimate sacrifice. He gave his only son. He died for your sins. He died. How he returning? If he gave the ultimate sacrifice, how is he returning? It don't make no fucking sense.
I don't know.
If he comes back to life, he didn't die for my sins. He had a bad weekend for my sins. That's not the ultimate sacrifice. I'm just saying, none of this story makes sense from
It's plot armor, buddy. It's plot armor.
Jump Street. Fucking Christians. And Christian nationalist podcaster explicitly promotes weaponized lying. This is what they all do. I tell you this all the time, folks. Republicans feel like they are morally obligated to lie in order to win. There is no problem with it. Sure, the 10 Commandments say don't lie, but that doesn't apply to them. Josh Dahl is going to give the game away right here. It's okay to use deception in service of defeating the left. It's not sinning in order to do good. It's being righteously shrewd in order to do good. It's also okay to enjoy it. Lighten up. Yeah, it's fine to lie, cheat, steal. Whatever you have to do, they can justify anything themselves, folks. They don't have to be truthful and honest. This is why 90% of my show is just uncovering the lies they tell. They think God is okay with it. They think they're doing God's service by lying. And case in point, Silly Ray Cyrus and Blobfish are back. And as Right Wing Watch says, MAGA prophets act as an unofficial arm of the Trump campaign. And they often spread these same lies, along with claims that Trump has been anointed by God. Let's see what Silly Ray has to say this week.
So everybody knows the Democrat Party's evil. I mean, they're evil. They're not just bad. They're evil. They cannot win without cheating.
We did win.
Everybody just needs to get that in their mind.
Bro, this guy looks like a fucking demon. He looks like a devil. How is he like a Christian pastor thing?
Okay.
They can't win.
We did, though.
Unless they cheat.
We beat you.
The only thing they can do is have a candidate that they can make popular
Right.
enough
And get the popular vote and win.
for people to believe they could have actually beat Trump just by a little bit. And I was on Flashpoint one time, and I was talking about this, and I saw it in the spirit.
Oh, in the spirit. So not at all then.
I saw this chessboard.
A chessboard?
And I saw God and the devil playing chess.
Why? Boring.
And the Lord was sitting back like this, just leaned
like
back.
A pretentious
looking
asshole?
At the chessboard.
He was bored.
And Satan
it's a
had
boring
his
game.
tongue stuck out of his mouth. He was really thinking about his move.
Why is God friends with the devil?
Finally, one player and sat back like he was so proud. I've done it. And the Lord in my vision did this. And then stuck his arm out and just wiped the whole chessboard clean.
Oh, what a dickhead. So he was losing, and so
he cheated?
Overturned the board
What?
and quit? God damn it, what a whiny piss baby.
Every piece off in the floor. And that's what he's about to do.
Oh, God.
But if the pastors speak now, then this whole thing is...
I'm going to skip a little bit. I'm going to skip...
It's not.
We have won.
You haven't.
So all the pastors listening, speak.
You're not supposed to.
Speak.
Tax exempt status.
Stand up in
Gone.
front of your congregations and hold your Bible up and say, the Lord has anointed Trump. You can say that. You can say this is how he's anointed. He's in the time, he's the David in
You're
the
not
time
supposed to
of
say that.
Saul. The Lord is anointed.
Anointed
They're
him.
already doing that, though. It ain't working, dude. People are fleeing churches because of this kind of bullshit. Because
Yep.
they see right through your stupid low-level con game. WTF question mark. WTF exclamation point.
What the fuck?
We're starting off with a real sad story. I don't know if you guys heard about this one. Georgia is the country of Georgia. They're real anti-gay over there, real transphobic. So apparently this famous trans lady over there was dating this young gentleman. He's like way younger than she is. She's like 37, he's 26. I guess only 11 years. But anyway, she posted a picture of them together, and he wanted her to remove it because I guess he was afraid that people think he was gay for dating.
What a fucking pussy-ass bitch, this guy. She's beautiful. Why would you care what other people think, my guy? You have a beautiful house, a beautiful woman. Listen to the story.
This woman? Yeah, imagine dating this woman and being worried about people thinking you're gay. But anyway, so
Come on, bro.
Because that's what our society does. It's so dangerous being a trans
Jesus.
woman. The homophobia in our society so thick that this toxic masculinity these guys are brought up into from birth makes them fear what other men are going to think of them. Oh my God, they're going to think I'm gay. I'd rather than think I'm a murderer than gay. It's so stupid though, because like everybody knows now. Everybody, you didn't help yourself. Now you're just in jail for fucking ever. And everybody still who thought you were gay before thinks you're even doubly gay now. So just so stupid. What a trash fucking planet. And unearthed footage of P. Diddy from the Conan O'Brien show where he is describing his freak out parties. And in hindsight, knowing what we know now, definitely sounds a little rapey.
Yep.
Okay. Now, we need alcohols.
Right.
Alcohols.
Right. Not just one alcohol.
Alcohols.
Right. Just different
Plurals.
blend. You need
Blends.
the ladies, you need the booze.
You need some water.
For watering plants?
No.
What?
No, I don't know if guys have noticed this. Like, a lot of ladies drink water at parties. They
Right.
just, so you have, if you don't have what they need, they're going to
Everybody drink water.
Got to keep them there.
Right.
You need locks on the doors.
Okay, this is sounding kind of dangerous.
What?
Sounds creepy as shit.
Kinky, but
Yeah.
rock with me. But just
Right.
check it out. You need a lot of heat. A lot of
Heat.
heat. Yeah.
Heat. You mean that physically the place has to be hot?
You don't have no air conditioning.
No air conditioning.
No.
Why is that?
Heat affects the alcohol, and it also affects, like, everybody gets a little bit more comfortable and loose. Builds up a nice little sweat.
That just sounds disgusting. What are you
Yeah,
talking?
it sounds very disgusting.
Gross.
People
Yeah.
start getting gets kind of sexy. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, you sex.
No, that's gross and rapey, and you're going to spend the rest of your life in prison. And apparently, he's on suicide watch. They arrested him. He wanted bail. He offered $50 million. They're like, nope. And so now they got him on a routine suicide watch.
This is the next Epstein, guys. Keep an eye out on this.
And then people mad at Kevin Hart, who apparently got caught in one of P. Diddy's videos at one of his freak-off parties. Apparently, he was doing some kind of emceeing on video, and this is part of it.
Doing it official, you know what I'm saying? My nigga Trey's up here. I'm up here in the hot tub. Doing it official, you know what I'm saying? My nigga Trey's up here.
What'd he say?
My nigga Fab's up here. You know, when you have a scene like this, you gotta bring bosses with you. As you see, it's female friendly.
So this lady behind him is about to catch on fire.
We got a ladies and a female. She's butt ball. That's what I call it, raw dog. I'm not jumping the tub myself. You know, once everybody gets out, you know, just me and the ladies.
Bro, that's too many candles. Like, what the fuck are you guys doing with all these candles around? Too many people and too many candles. Look at her hair.
Doing what I do best. Oh, shit! Oh, did the camera catch that? Got the camera! Got the camera! We had technical difficulties last time, but I'm gonna tell you something.
Man, I do not like Kevin Hart. Anyway.
Hey, first of all, it's a movement. My nigga Swiss Beats just got in the house. Listen, his thing was Swiss. Swiss gonna wear a lot of shit, and everybody never gonna say shit. I'm gonna say some shit, Swiss. Say it, baby, say it. I'm gonna address the hat. I don't like the bow tie. We in New York tonight. I don't like the bow tie at the top of the hat. I like the hat. You just not gonna tie that loop on that hat and think I'm not gonna say shit. Well, when you skateboard out with them things on your feet, though. That's a good comeback.
Anyway, everybody's like, is it going to hurt his career?
Boo.
Is he going to get in trouble for being one of the freak-offs? I don't know. Fuck Kevin Hart, though. That's my opinion on it. And that's true. There are people that were there throwing. Like, he had a stroke. Yeah.
All right, guys. Here comes the Free Palestine section, which I wanted to see. Before we play that, though, I want to show you guys a song by Macklemore. This is really dope-ass song by Macklemore and a few other Palestinian artists. Let's check it out.
In our lifetime, we will be free. One day when the light shines, we will be free. In our lifetime, we will be free. And they can bury us, but they will find out we are seeds.
Now, of course, guys, what's going on in Gaza is literally a fucking ethnic cleansing, a genocide supported by the U.S. and Western governments, of course. This is just insane, and I really like this song. It really touches my heart. Because I'm going to have a kid soon, if you guys don't know. And so, seeing all the dead children I've seen, it is traumatizing, I'm not going to lie. So I hope none of you guys have to see any of this, but I hope this gets resolved soon. We will cover some more news coming up.
Because I know of every massacre we suffered. The Nakba, Sabra, Shatila, and Rafa. My people have died a million times in the struggle, still they.
Like I said, guys, this shit's been going on since like World War I, dude. Like this is black and white footage. That's crazy.
Because I know of every massacre we suffered. The Nakba, Sabra, Shatila, and Rafa. My people have died a million times in the struggle, still they rise from the tide like a rose through the rubble. I see God himself in the eye of a refugee who'd rather die a martyr than live a life on the sea. So if I'm not allowed to say from the river to the sea, then from the Rhine to the sea, Palestine will be free. Still they know they can't shake us. $1 billion sword to the neck. Death cannot break us. And every Palestinian refugee
time we will be free. Someday when the light shines, we will be free. In our lifetime, we will be free. So they can carry us, but they'll find out we are seeds. They can bury us, Little fun that we are seeing.
I've seen massacres. I'm grateful to be alive. You appreciate life when you survive a genocide. Look in my eyes and tell me what you see. Ran out of tears to cry. Right till Palestine is free. Got a problem with a system that doesn't want us existing. Turn the city to a prison that's missing living conditions. My mom's calling. She's telling me she kinda scared. I hear the bombs falling. I smell of death up in the air. My uncle lost his children. I lost my cousins. His
This shit made me really sad. Because, like, his uncle looks like... His cousin looks like, you know... family members I have. Like, that looks like my tío. You know what I mean? That looks like my little cousins and shit. Like, all those kids, they look like my little cousins. Like, these are just human beings, and we can't dehumanize them. But I think Zionism is getting to, like, a really fascist, like, Nazi level. It's insane what's going on over there. What their government's doing, and the far right in their government. And the far right settlers, too. So...
Tears water the grave to let him know we still love some. Our schools turn to shelters for the rich and poor. I just pray for peace when I speak, I don't wish for war. Bodies laying out, ain't nothing to play about. I give my people hope, cause I'm the first who made it out. I'm just walking the path, this is God's plan. Building up my dreams with the rubble I touch with my hands.
That kid that was rapping there, that's a little rapper kid. I saw a YouTube video about him. He basically got out of Gaza and he raps. He's in the US now. He makes music videos. But he made a video in Gaza as a little kid rapping through all the rubble and shit. It was crazy. But that's him. That's what he was rapping back there. From the river to the sea. Listen, coming from a Cuban, if you guys know anything about Cuba and its colonial history, the Spanish colonized Cuba. We had revolutions. We threw them out. The United States tried to colonize Cuba. We overthrew their ass. A dictator took over. We overthrew that dictator. Cuba has been through a lot of revolutions and like shit like this, like colonial powers taking over our island and abusing the people and slavery and all this crazy shit. So this is why I'm really connected to this, because I feel with these people. I feel the struggle that our cultures have gone through colonial powers colonizing us. From the river to the sea. Fuck the police.
They done woke up the world now.
Hey.
We know who you serve at the White House. To kids and guys in my bow right now. I'ma ride for your life
like you are my child.
Long live the resistance if there's something
Hey.
to resist. Had enough of you motherfuckers murdering little kids. PC for a minute, I was trying to be a bridge, but there'll never be freedom by pleading with Zionists. World screaming free Palestine. We see the manual, we know how you colonize. You'd be surprised by how many fucks you actually really don't give when you take away that power of the almighty dollar sign. Fuck the allure. We'll boycott the stores. Capitalism killing us, that's something we can't afford. They want us to hate each other in the interest of war. Afraid of the mosque and afraid of like the menorah.
Hey, Kamala.
I don't know if you listening, but stop sending money and weapons or you ain't winning Michigan. We uncommitted and hell no, we ain't switching positions because the whole world turned Palestinian.
Hey.
I see the murdered children of Gaza and I see my...
This is how I feel right now. Like, what the fuck are we doing? Why are we, like, the issue with the war in Gaza is Gaza's population is mostly kids. They're mostly children already. So we're fighting a population of children. 60% of the country is children because people don't live long there. So they gotta they gotta reproduce because their kids die. They get attacked by Israel. They got like bad water, bad food. So like we're fighting like a country of kids, basically, mostly kids. It's insane.
Because the whole world turned Palestinian. I see the murdered children of Gaza and I see my babies. Life being stripped from the bombs we're making. When will Congress decide a Palestinian's life is just as precious as an Israeli's? We don't own the earth, don't own the earth. We're killing each other over some lines in the dirt. We bleed the same blood, feel the same hurt. Palestinian life, does it have the same worth? What happened to us?
Hin Rajab, the other lady that got killed recently. Like the same way Haiti is being fucked with by the United States and Western powers, the same way Cuba is being fucked with by United States and Western powers, it's the same way Palestine is being fucked with by Israel and its allies, the Western powers. Like, it's just us. That's it. We keep protecting them in the international court, in the United Nations votes.
And fucking terrible. Looks like he had a melt. Holy cow, good one. I like it. I'll allow it. He looks like a melting man. He does. Like I said, some horrible injuries. Did we watch Never Been Kissed? Oh, I remember Never Been Kissed. She ended up dating the teacher, though, so it's still very creepy, though. You're right. Drew Barrymore. So disappointed in you, Drew. All right. Move right along. Time to get depressed.
Free Palestine!
Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Another horrible week. It's never ending, folks. They haven't slowed down at all. Israel strike kills 22 in Gaza school, says Hamas-run health ministry. Mostly women and children. They killed mostly women and children again.
Of course.
They just believe they have the right to kill anybody. They don't care who it is. Indiscriminately murder anybody they want to. And I don't know what I want to show you this, the footage of this. I don't know if you guys saw this footage where they're throwing bodies off the top of a building.
Yeah, they're throwing people off of buildings, and they're most likely alive. We could be dead, but that's a war crime.
Building. I don't know if these people are alive or not. Some of them look like they were alive to me. And they're literally just, remember what they used to say? That's what Hamas does. Hamas chunks gay people off the top of buildings and stuff. And there's multiple videos of the IDF throwing injured people off the roofs of buildings. This guy looked like he was still alive to me. Looks like he was injured very badly, but they just tossed his ass right off. War crimes being broadcast the entire world, and nobody's going to do anything about it, folks. And yeah, Israel is investigating after
literally.
Soldiers were filmed throwing bodies off the roof. Yeah, don't worry. They're going to investigate themselves and find they did nothing wrong. This is what happens every fucking time. They know they can get away with it, folks. They know the whole world has watched them commit genocide. The most horrific crimes against humanity. We've all watched it, and they can still do it and get away with it. So they know no one's going to stop them now. Not that the gloves were ever on, but they're definitely not fucking on now, folks. Which brings up the situation in Lebanon, where they committed the terrorist attack while they set off 4,200 pagers. And it turns out, folks, I guess they just assume that anybody that has a pager in Lebanon works for Hamas. Or they didn't assume that. They just don't give a shit. And so they killed a lot of people that didn't work for it. Not Hezbollah, rather. Hezbollah is in Lebanon. They just assume everybody who has a pager in Lebanon is Hezbollah. But that's not true. There are people that work in hospitals, lots of people that have pagers. But they just exploded all the pagers anyway. They killed innocent people. They did a terrorist attack across the entire fucking country. Here is one example of it. This person over here, sitting in front of this cashier, going to look down at the pager, and the pager blows up right there in front of the cashier, injuring the cashier because it was an indiscriminate terrorist attack. They're trying to cause a war, folks, to pull America into it. So Big Brother will fight all their battles for it and murder all their enemies for them.
Yep. Big brother.
And yes, doctors still use pagers. 4 healthcare workers were killed in these terrorist attacks in Lebanon and Israel. But they don't care.
They don't give a shit.
Neither does our government. And here's the real disgusting part about it. Yeah, people like Michael Rappaport, who literally just revels in evil.
Fuck that guy.
10-year-old
Fuck
children,
that
an
guy.
8-year-old girl was killed.
I'm glad that motherfucker died in Fallout. I don't know why they picked him to be an actor in Fallout, but I'm glad he died immediately. That piece of shit fascist motherfucker, Brotherhood of Steel asshole.
People died all over the place. Innocent people. But they revel in evil. They get off on the fact that they can just murder children in front of the world and nobody will ever hold them accountable or do anything. And they get off on putting it in your face. Case in point, here's Michael Rappaport. They murdered healthcare workers and children.
Behave this way when they know they are fully protected.
Yep.
That doesn't mean that they are right. It means that they have their backs covered
By America.
by the most powerful countries in the West.
That's right. They know they can do with anything, folks. This guy could literally walk in our house and murder us, and they would let him off. That's where we're at in this country now, where our government officials have just given us up. And yeah, this meme asks a good question. Confusion as military with ability to kill individual fighters via pager explosions spent previous 11 months carpet bombing civilians. If they know exactly where all the terrorists are, if they know exactly who's the fucking terrorist, if they can precision target like this, then why do they just carpet bomb all of Palestine?
Yeah, they could have sent like 40,000 telephones to the fucking Hamas and blew them all up. They've been just doing genocide this whole time, saying that it's a response to the attack of Hamas, but it's not. They've just been doing genocide this whole time.
Why do they kill 40,000 children? No, we know why. Because it's an extermination, because it's a genocide. It has nothing to do with killing terrorists or Hamas. It has to do with colonization and taking people's land. And here's the New York Post, folks, making a joke of the whole thing. New York Post, this is Western media. Beep, beep, boom. 2,800 Hezbollah terrorists hit by exploding pager plot. How the fuck does the New York Post know that all these people were in Hezbollah? How do they know who these people are? They don't even know who these fucking people are.
A lot of them were doctors.
They are just declaring that they're terrorists to make us okay with the murder of these people that we don't know anything about. This is how they cover for Israel and their war crimes, by making the American populace okay with these atrocities. And can somebody explain to me why the CEO of X, Linda Yaccarino, is celebrating a terrorist attack? Here she posted this New York Post article, beep, beep, boom, with explosion sign.
Oh my God.
Celebrating a terrorist attack from Israel on people we don't know anything about. The CEO of Twitter, folks. And AOC also pointing out how Islamophobic our country is. So now Ohio newspapers are posting this meme of
oh my God.
Tlaib, who is a Muslim woman. Odd, my pager just exploded. This is a threat. They're literally threatening her in cartoons, folks.
That is a
shame on the Detroit News for allowing this racist, xenophobic, vile cartoon on the platform. Pay attention to who condemns this and then recognize the difference. And as AOC says, the way Islamophobia and anti-Arab hatred is so deeply normalized and accepted in our politics is horrifying. It rarely receives the equal condemnation it deserves. It is inexcusable and a massive double standard. This is disgusting. And so is the silence around it. We see it. But you want to know why Linda Yaccarino feels comfortable with shit like that? It's because the Babylon Bee post jokes like Rashida Tlaib uninjured after her pager mysterious explodes, and then Elon Musk is like, ha ha, so funny, so funny. Such a big joke. That commits terrorist attacks and we laugh about it and we cover for them and allow them to do it with no repercussions whatsoever.
That's fucked up. That joke should be illegal.
Our own representatives in this country in service of Israel. It's hilarious, folks.
That should literally be outlawed speech. Like, that's literally joking about a threat. Like, the FBI should be visiting these people. The same way they visited Elon Musk after he made the stupid threat of, why aren't they shooting Kamala Harris and Biden? Why are they only shooting Trump? But she's Muslim, so no one gives a shit.
And like I said, they revel in it, folks. They don't care.
No one in the government.
Evil. They want you to know that they're evil. Because this is what they get their jollies off on. Muhammad says the screams of Palestinians in Gaza being burnt alive by Israel. A Holocaust is happening right before our eyes, and the world is silent. And Zionist Stephen Eisman responds, you must be kidding. We are not silent. We are celebrating. Yep. The screams of Palestinians in Gaza being burnt alive, and they're celebrating. They get off on it.
That's fucking creepy, bro.
When it comes to the moral and spiritual decay wrought by Zionism and the amount of pushback I got for suggesting its logical endpoint of being just straight Nazism, I'm the most told you so ass motherfucker on the planet right now. I'm with you, Matt. And according to the BBC, 83% of the attacks conducted between Israel and Lebanon were done by Israel. Only 17% were done by Lebanon. So let's say you have two kids. One kid starts a fight with the other kid 83% of the time, and the other kid fights back 17% of the time. Who is instigating this? Who is the bully?
The 83%
Who is the
one.
terrorist? It's very obvious. I'm surprised BBC even reported that. But don't get it twisted, folks. They're not hiding what their plans are. They're going to genocide and exterminate the Palestinians, and then when they're done there, Lebanon is next.
Yep, that sounds right.
Israel knows no limitation. They want the entire world, folks. The Zionists want to take over everything. They don't want any of us to live. They want to take everything we got and everything we ever have. Here is Israel's Minister of Education. So I say this to the French and the others from countries around the world. Who claim that there is no difference between Hezbollah and Lebanon.
No difference.
The way things are progressing at the moment, Lebanon will be annihilated. And I say this even now, we are in a type of event where Lebanon is going towards annihilation. It will not be the same Lebanon as they know. I am not going to deal with hunting down Hezbollah rockets. The price of aggression from Lebanon's territory will be paid by the state of Lebanon. Excuse me, Mr. Kosh, you used a word. You asked me not to interrupt you. Annihilated. The term annihilated in Hebrew has a connotation. You know, the defense minister said, Lebanon will be back. You know what? I am correcting myself. It will not be annihilated. Lebanon, as we know it, will not exist.
No, that's the same thing.
Lebanon will pay the heavy price because of Hezbollah. Not even trying to hide it, folks. They're trying to create a war with Lebanon so that the U.S. will come in and destroy Lebanon. And then when that's done, Iran is next. All the Middle East. They'll take the whole fucking thing, and then we're done with that. America, baby. You think they're going to let us live if they're done with the rest of the Middle East? Why would they? They own our ass.
Yep.
And they do not give a shit about the children they kill. To them, it's just collateral damage. Watch them smirk, laugh, and wave it away like it's nothing.
So I'm no supporter of Hezbollah or Hamas's actions or whatever they be. My point is we have to have a consistent application of international law.
Yeah.
There has to be consistency in condemnation of
evil
acts, of terrorists.
Evil acts. I don't think blowing up the pages of terrorists in Hezbollah.
You literally have no idea who had those pages. You don't know a single thing about
Yeah,
any
you
of
don't know
those
who
fucking
hold it.
people. You're just taking the word of Israel that everybody who has a pager they blew up as a terrorist. You don't know and you don't give a shit.
Isn't he?
Imagine if, just turn the scenarios on their head. Imagine if a Muslim country, whoever, Hamas, the Yemenis government, like Iran, whoever the fuck, Saudi, ISIS. Imagine if a group put bombs in phones or pagers or tablets or computers or graphics cards and gave them around to Americans and shit. And said, oh, well, these are mostly going towards military Americans, but are you really going to believe that? And is that not a terrorist attack? Come on. You can't excuse one side over the other.
Evil act. I think it's an act that we should all applaud.
Are you come on, you know, Julia, they want 3,000 Hezbollah fighters. You know that. Everybody knows.
Hezbollah is a huge fighting force. They reckon 1 in 30 of them were injured or a small number killed. Yes, sometimes there is collateral damage. Yeah, people die. People die.
Yeah. An 8-year-old girl, yeah, sometimes people die.
Sometimes.
Just don't give a fuck. No soul, no heart, no empathy, nothing. Who gives a fuck? We have the right to kill anybody we want to, even innocent people, and it's fucking fine. All right, I'm gonna skip this guy. This fucking ghoul.
I hate that motherfucker.
Look at his fucking face. They literally ask him about the terrorist attack of Israel, and he just grins like the Cheshire cat. This is Joe Biden, by the way. This is Joe Biden administration. This is not the Republicans. This is Democrats.
Fucking evil, bro.
And I guess, folks, not wanting your airplane to blow up is now anti-Semitic. Qatar Airways puts out a message effective immediately following the directive received from the Directorate General of Civil Aviation of the Republic of Lebanon. All passengers flying from Beirut Rafik Hariri International Airport are prohibited from carrying pagers and walkie-talkies on board flights. The ban applies to both checked and carry-on luggage, as well as cargo, and will be enforced until further notice. So stop anti-Semitism, says. Yes, this is a real tweet from Qatar Airways. Yeah, super anti-Semitic, not wanting to get blown up in a plane.
They just call everything.
You don't want to die on an airplane? Fucking
anti-Semite.
You'll get blown up for Israel, and you'll love it. You'll go to the rape camps. Just let them rape you a little bit. Hey, you're not anti-Semitic, are you? Better let them rape you a little bit.
Oh, rape me.
Call your names.
Just rape me. Go ahead, rape me. I don't want to be anti-Semitic.
Fuck around and find out, Zionist. Fuck around and find out. And once again, folks, they're not trying to hide their evil. They're wearing it on their sleeve. This is Zionist.
We take house after house. All this area will be a Jewish neighborhood. We are not finished the job. We are going to the next neighborhood, and after that we will go more. Our dream that all East Jerusalem will be like West Jerusalem.
Colonialism. They're taking their land, their property. They're stealing it. The settlers. This is the same way we fucking killed the Native Americans. We murdered them. We pushed them out of their land. We took that shit. We pushed them into little reservation camps. Reservations. Not even camps.
Jewish capital of Israel. אני רואה בזה המשך של המפעל היהודי-ציוני. המשך שיבת...
Next neighborhood and next neighborhood and next neighborhood until they're at our neighborhoods. Imagine living through that, folks. Imagine being Palestinian and every week they come and take the neighborhood next to you, steal their houses, kick people out, kill them. And big ups to the hero that edited this video, folks. Remember the disgusting display when Benjamin Netanyahu, war criminal, came over and spoke to our Congress, and they gave him 80 standing ovations? Well, here's how it really went.
Benjamin Netanyahu, the Freddy Krueger of Gaza.
Woo!
The school shooter, heavyweight champion of the world.
Yeah.
The man's killed a lot of kids.
My friends, the terrorist state of Israel want Palestinian civilians to die.
Yeah, true.
Every man, women, and child in Gaza.
Yeah.
Israel's soldiers are deliberately targeting civilians. They fire rockets at schools, hospitals, mosques, They even shoot Palestinian women and children when they try to leave the war zone.
Oh, sorry.
Israel is deliberately starving the people of Gaza. All of them. We win, they lose. I want to thank President Trump for his leadership. I thank President Biden for the bombs and for being, as he says, a proud Zionist. Actually, he says a proud Irish-American Zionist.
So disgusting. Every one of you is a fucking traitor, a war criminal, a murderer. Every one of you.
Forever.
USA, how many kids did we kill today?
Fucking pieces of goddamn shit, this country. We are so evil. But let's finish it off on a good note, folks. Big ups to these heroes that shouted out Ben Gvir. He's the, basically the second guy that runs Israel next to Benjamin Netanyahu. He is the real power behind the scenes, this far-right religious extremist. Here he is getting the business at the local beach.
Fuck that guy, piece of shit.
The dogs in Gaza are dead, dead because of you. They died because of you killed them. You are a killer. How dare you walk on the beach? With kids at the beach. You are a murderer. Get his ass. I'm surprised they're letting him actually say that shit.
Fucking Nazis,
Must
dude.
be Jewish or something. And all right, folks, that is
like these are literally Jewish Nazis, like the ones that are doing this in Gaza. The ruling class, the IDF. These are like literally far right Jews that are just like murdering Palestinians because they don't recognize them as human beings. It's so fucked up. It's insane. And then our government's just supporting them because, you know, Jews have suffered anti-Semitism. So like they're afraid to even like criticize their war crimes. It's like, come on, dude. Jews are not Israel. Israel are not Jews. They don't represent all Jews. There's a specific far right coalition in their government. It's bad. Settlers are bad.
My Free Palestine for tonight.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I think that's it. That's all I wanted to cover, honestly. What else do we need? That's honestly all I really needed to cover. Let me see. Israel has 12 months. Israel UN vote 12 months. 4 days ago, the UN General Assembly demands Israel to end the unlawful presence in Palestine.
Now, the United Nations General Assembly has adopted a resolution demanding that Israel end what the Assembly calls its unlawful presence in the occupied Palestinian territory within 12 months. Israel has denounced the UN resolution, demanding that it end its
Fuck you, Israel. No one gives a shit what you think.
I beg your pardon. Israel has denounced the resolution that demands it ends its occupation as, quote, cynical. Al Jazeera's Kristen Salumi is live from the United Nations. Kristen, we thought this was what was going to be keeping us.
Israel is literally a rogue country. Like, they're just they're going crazy. They're going crazy. But we're giving them 12 months, and if anyone supports them in 12 months, you're going to be a war crime country, I guess. You're going to be a criminal to the ICC.
Was busy yesterday and today. A number of countries have been speaking about this draft resolution. The vote has now happened. I'll be honest, our attention has been fully on what's going on in Lebanon. Can you just wrap this up for us? Tell us what this is about and what's happened.
Yeah, so the resolution passed pretty overwhelmingly, 124 member states voted in favor.
Let's go.
14 against. That includes the United States, Israel, Hungary, and the Czech Republic. And 43 abstained, including close allies of the United States like the United Kingdom and Canada. But again, 124 nations in favor. That includes big voting blocs like the Non-Aligned Movement and the Organization for Islamic Cooperation, among others. And as you said, this is a resolution that essentially builds on an advisory opinion given by the International Court of Justice, calling Israel's expansion into the Palestinian territory since 1967 illegal. It calls, the resolution calls on Israel to withdraw its troops from these occupied territories, to return control to the Palestinians, and to basically end its occupation. And this is, again, based on the ICJ's ruling. I think the most interesting comments we heard were from the abstentions, like the United Kingdom and Canada. They acknowledged their support for the International Court of Justice. The United Kingdom saying that any territory taken outside of a negotiated settlement is illegal, and calling on Israel to take concrete steps towards returning, towards negotiating a peace and returning control to the Palestinian Authority. But they said that the resolution went too far, that it was too one-sided, and because of that, they would not vote in favor of it.
Kristen, we're going to show up on the screen again that big board of votes at the UN General Assembly, right? For viewers, if you're not familiar with this, what this is the list of countries that belong to the UN General Assembly, and this is how they voted. So all the green
Cuba,
are the countries,
let's go,
I presume, that voted
Cuba.
in favor of the resolution. Again, this is a resolution.
So all the green are the countries that voted for it. All the yellow are countries that like said, nah, I ain't getting involved in this shit. And then all the red countries are basically countries that are allied with the U.S. or puppet states of the U.S., like Papua New Guinea, Papua. These are all like military-based countries, basically. Fiji. But everyone else basically voted for it or or said whatever. Said like either way, we're going to be abstain.
Calling on Israel to end its occupation that has been deemed unlawful by the International Court of Justice, end its occupation of occupied Palestinian territories within a year. What's the number, and forgive me if you told me, what's the number, the final tally of the vote in favor of this resolution?
Yes, 124 nations in favor, which is less than the 143 who voted to recognize Palestine as a full member state of the General Assembly, but still a substantial majority, and one that the Palestinians said they would be pleased with ahead of this vote. Now, I should point out that a resolution in the General Assembly doesn't carry the same weight as a Security Council vote. It does not have the same power of international law, but it carries a lot of moral authority. It shows what the world is thinking and where the world stands, and the fact that many nations are concerned about this ongoing conflict and ongoing occupation of these territories.
This could turn into World War III, guys. Like, this shit ain't good. Israel's going crazy.
Practically speaking, the Palestinians hope nonetheless it will have an impact on the ground, because it does call on member states not to do business with Israel that would support the illegal occupation. And it also calls on the Secretary General to follow up within 3 months with reports on the implementation of this resolution. And so the Palestinians are hoping that that will keep the pressure on and make this more than just a statement, but lead to some concrete action.
It better, bro. It better.
We were just watching the footage of those illegal Israeli settlements in the occupied West Bank, and those numbers. 124 countries voted for the draft resolution calling for Israel to end its illegal occupation. That means 2/3 of the world. 2/3 of the countries at the United Nations, roughly, are in favor of Israel leaving the occupied Palestinian
Come on,
territories
Ukraine.
in the next
Can you
12
guys?
months.
Oh
Only
my
14
God.
countries are against. 43 chose to abstain. All right, that's Al Jazeera's Kristen Salumi reporting from UN headquarters in New York. Let's bring in Hamda Salhout on this. Hamda, you're live from the Jordanian capital, Amman, because Israel will not let Al Jazeera report from inside the country. So this is a really interesting one, and it's a tricky one to frame because, and I'm talking about what just transpired at the United Nations, Hamda. 2/3 of the world wants Israel to end its occupation of Palestinian territories. That has got to mean something. That is overwhelming. At the same time, we all know, let's be honest, this is going to have zero immediate impact.
Yeah, it's going to take a while.
Well, zero immediate impact because Israel doesn't even acknowledges that it occupies Palestinian territory and the Palestinian people in general. These statements that are coming out of Israel, specifically from the foreign ministry, call this resolution, quote, fictional, one-sided, and distorted. So that just gives you an idea of where the Israeli headspace is here. The statement goes on to say that the Palestinian Authority needs to be de-radicalized if there is going to be any sort of peace, but that Israel reserves the right to do whatever it wants on its, quote, sovereign territory, and that includes, according to their statements, the occupied West Bank. These statements also go on to
That is not their sovereign territory. That's bullshit.
mention the October 7th attacks, but this UN General Assembly was about the occupation in a general sense, the occupation that has been going on for more than 76 years, that Israel is still in denial over. So the Israeli school of thought here, whenever there is any sort of UN resolution, is to say that the UN is biased. The UN is, quote, anti-Semitic. We have heard this repeatedly from Israeli delegates at the United Nations, and they often, in fact always, ignore whatever sort of resolutions come out of the United Nations, saying that they're one-sided, they're biased, they're based in a different reality. So nothing new here from the Israelis, but you can rest assured that this absolutely will not be implemented on the ground in the occupied West Bank, as Israel does not even recognize the results of this.
Man, we can only hope that something good comes of it. Anyways, yo, that's it. I'm pretty tired. Bernie Sanders introducing a resolution to block an arms deal. Yeah, that's good. All right, y'all. Have a good one. Love you guys. Take care. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye.